and entertaining, especially for younger audiences. But there's been a huge pushback, a massive no way from the current game. So what exactly is R360 and why is it controversial? Rugby union is facing challenges on a domestic level right now. There's huge financial instability across even top-tier clubs. The English game has seen leading clubs like Wasps, London Irish and Worcester go out of business in the top flight. The Welsh provincial game is in total disarray too. R360 says they would remove what are easily some clubs' biggest expenses, i.e. the big stars, and therefore make more of them profitable. So the plan is to inject a new lease of life into the sport. But how exactly? Top stars of the men and women's game playing for a franchise-based league with fixtures in cities like London, Miami, Tokyo and Lisbon. Each city would host a tournament featuring all the franchises during a short 3-month season. And though no players have officially confirmed, reports suggest around 200 have signed pre-contracts, some worth up to 750 grand. And if that's the pre-contract, you can imagine where the full wages will get to. Problem is, the rest of rugby says no. In fact, no way. The national unions from England, Scotland, Ireland, France, Italy, South Africa, New Zealand and Australia have declared any player joining R360 will be banned from test selection. World Rugby's also not approved the league. Many fear it echoes football's failed European Super League, a top-down, money-driven idea that could damage the sport's traditions. So is it dead already? Well, rugby union is at a crossroads. Some may be against it, but we know others are being swayed by the cash. So will everything work itself out? Or after the European Super League and Live Golf, have we got sport's next big scandal on our hands?
Morning, 5 minutes past 6 o'clock, talkSPORT breakfast with Arnold Clark. Browse the UK's best used car deal. Score your dream car today and check out their website for more details. Right, here we go. Ali's with me. How are we, pal?
I'm excellent, mate. Terrific. Absolutely spot on. What about yourself? You're looking well.
Cold.
Good form.
Cold.
By the way, it was cold this morning, wasn't it?
-1 when I left.
What's going on with the weather? I mean, normally when I come down here, it's clearly miles better, right? But it hasn't been.
Well,
what's going on, mate?
They're talking maybe down the East Coast, sleet and snow, aren't they?
Seriously?
Yeah, East Coast.
Oh, it's freezing this morning.
-1 is the wind. Whoa.
I know, a chill factor. It's bitterly cold. See, I walked out of a hotel this morning, across that road. Yeah. Oh, mate.
Well, I drove up from Suffolk.
Did you come up this morning?
Yeah. I nearly come last night. It was too cold last night.
I know what you mean, man. I know what you mean. So, how you been? You watched any games last night? I watched the highlights of that.
No, I didn't. I went to bed early last night, but I've watched loads of sport over.
Juventus got a doing.
Did they?
PSG came back. I think they were down to 10 men.
Against Monaco?
Aye.
Yeah, I fancy them.
So did I, actually. They're not just firing in all cylinders.
No, you've said that, Ali.
They're not, mate. Not firing all cylinders.
What happened with Real Madrid then? Because I was flicking around the channels driving up this morning.
By the way, what a goal. I think there's a racist slur. Can only be described as a slur in the Benfica Real Madrid game against Vinicius Junior. Tell you what I'll say to you. What a finish. Well, I'll show you.
By the way, the Portuguese, that surprises me.
I know. He's denying it, of course.
Was that a player or was it the crowd?
Player. Time we get sent off, by the way. Mourinho gets sent off. Surprise there. He gets sent off. 2 yellows. It was all kicking off. But I tell you what a goal. He comes in for his left-hand side like he does. You know that way he comes in and just bends it into the top corner opposite side. Brilliant. That is some finish. What we got tonight? We've got Arsenal at Wolves tonight, aren't they? What are you thinking? They're not going to. I think they're fine.
They've got to beat Wolves.
Yeah, they will. I think they'll be all right. Arsenal.
I'm not saying it's going to be 6 or anything like that.
No, but they'll win the game, won't they?
2-3. I think so.
Have you got any doubts of Arsenal?
Yeah, I have now.
Do you?
Wee bit. Yeah.
Why? I tell you what I'm with, right?
They should be a lot clearer in what they are.
I think everybody's going over the top. Because I don't think a draw at Brentford's a bad result. Right? I don't. I think Man City had a tremendous result against Liverpool. I thought Liverpool battered them second half.
What game that was.
Great game. But you must admit, Liverpool battered them second half, no? That's the best I've seen Liverpool, probably.
Well, they've got it in them, haven't they?
And City come back, to be fair, and did what great teams do, won the game. But I'm just thinking to myself, I mean, why is everybody panicking about Arsenal getting a point at Brentford?
I think it's done because
Brentford's a good team.
I think Arsenal should be like 9 clear.
I know, but that's not how it works. You know that's not how it works. There's a lot of football to be played between now and the end of the season, surely.
Just 4 points in it, right?
Oh, I've left all my stats in there.
There's 4 points in it, it's nothing. It really is just nothing. You can be unlucky and draw a game, or you can be unlucky and lose 1-0.
Yes.
So it's not a forgotten conclusion.
I didn't say it was.
You did.
And you're my name this morning, aren't you? I can tell. You're just coming for me this morning, aren't you? No, I think they'll be fine. I do. I think they'll be fine. I think.
By the way, you're probably right. Arsenal can win it, but I think it's going to go at the last couple of games.
Well, that's what we want, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what we want.
Talk about that. What about Scotland?
Oh, man alive. I was at Ibrox at the weekend.
Oh, I watched them both. Celtic were like a pub team first half. I hate to say it, but they were like a pub team first half.
It's incredible, wasn't it? And then, to be fair, the boy did you see the boy hold up the added time on? There was no numbers on it. It just says until Celtic score. So
see, I've had a few texts and emails like that.
Have you seen it? I was howling.
You're back in the race now, and you still can't accept it.
It's brilliant. The fourth official was holding up his board, and it said on it. until Celtic score. Did I tell you, I sent you, didn't I? I was howling, man. It was funny, mind. It was very funny. No, but fair play, fair play. You did keep going, but you can't keep doing that, surely.
Martin,
Oh, you probably can right now.
Martin must have gone crazy.
Oh, I tell you right now, I could tell Martin after the game, he was not happy. Clearly delighted, to get the winner, and of course there's no doubt about that. But you could tell he was not happy.
But you know, one of them guys that said that centre forward's right. Did he get rid of him? Who bought him? The Rangers.
Except for I said that, but except for the big games, I said that. Except for the games against Celtic.
Unbelievable.
I tell you, it's incredible. I quite like to look at the other one, the new one. I quite like to look at him, but the big boy scored a hat trick. His second goal ahead there was tremendous.
I'll say now, if I was a regular Celtic fan going home and away, I'd be worried about the Old Firm games now. I think midfield, Rangers will boss the midfield.
I quite like the boy that's saying it's Chuda, they call him in the middle of the park. He looks strong.
I think Celtic's struggling there at the moment. I really do.
Is Engels out as well?
Somebody
said Engels is out for a while.
Yeah.
I think you missed Carter Vickers big in it. I really do.
Oh, big style. He had a nightmare. That what's his name? The American. He had a mare.
He's either
Trusty. We're missing an somewhere.
There's no middle ground with him.
He's either very good.
He's either brilliant or he struggles. Because I remember that the European game in Italy was running about like Franz Beckenbauer, wasn't he? And then the second game he's running about, I don't know. It's going out. It is exciting, though.
Running about like Beckenbauer with two broken arms.
I couldn't think. I'll be honest, I couldn't think of another Franz in my head that didn't play football. What was I going to say to you? Hearts scored two good finishes. I mean, Rangers gave them certainly the first goal. Second was a good finish.
Hearts just haven't got the squad.
Well, I'm missing Shanklin and I'm missing in the middle of the park. Cammy Devlin's I think been great. I think Shanklin's the leader, obviously. I think maybe the best finisher in the country. But I mean, they weren't out of the game. They did okay. I mean, Rangers deserved to win the game, I thought, and played well. But I tell you what,
the atmosphere was good, wasn't it? They were bouncing.
Aye. Oh, I tell you, the atmosphere was fantastic. It was brilliant. I loved it. You'd really enjoyed it. It was great. I saw a good squad of the old boys are there. I was sitting watching the game.
They'll all come back if you have a couple of wins.
Big Mark was there, Haitley was there, sitting watching it with Bomber was there, Durante was there, Jukebox was there, Big Marvin was there, wee Barry was there. Oh, it was good to see everybody. It was great to see everybody. In fact, wasn't it good? It was brilliant to see everybody.
Elsewhere, right, Saka has signed it's a 5-year deal at Arsenal, and in excess, you get more than $300,000 a week.
It's quite good money, that, isn't it?
That's not bad. Well, you don't mind getting a cold morning out of bed for that.
I wouldn't mind getting a cold morning for that. Yeah. 300.
We'll bring you more on.
Is that rounding it off, or is it more?
Well, it just says in excess of.
Oh, okay.
We'll bring you more on this morning. Also, there are actually some terrible scenes last night in the Champions League. Coming next, 6:14.
Judge this as you see fit. And again, I'll explain it. A video circulating on social media has showed an Arsenal fan approach Arteta and his wife, who are sitting in the car in traffic. And he goes up to the driver's window with Arteta sitting there saying, I have a shirt I really need you to sign this for my son. This was it.
For my son, can you sign this? Please, please, it's for my son. Can you sign the signature on the Arsenal jersey? My son loves this. Please, Arteta. Arteta, please, just... Arteta.
bro.
Just one signature, bro, please. It's for my son. Just one signature, please, Mikel. Please, it's for my son. For my son, please, please. My son loves you so much.
Well, that was that. And as far as we gather, he didn't get the shirt signed. And Mikel put the car in gear and off he went. Is there a difference here, Simon? The Chelsea players walking by the mascots, Mikel sitting in traffic in a public place, obviously, but deciding, no, I'm not going to get my window down. I'm not going to sign that.
A little bit, yeah. You know, ultimately, I know what the man is saying, but there is a cynical side of me that sees a lot of autograph hunters that do these sort of things and then sell the autographs and make it their profession to do so whilst telling you it's for the children. I've seen that happen. I mean, the balance is always about what is reasonable for people to do. He's out in a public place with his wife doing something slightly different, driving away. Was that after the game?
talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Browse the UK's best used car deals and score your dream car today. Check out the website for more details. Ali's alongside me. By the way, before we go on here, what about the rugby?
Oh, tremendous, won't we? Won't we tremendous?
How does that work? Against Italy, we couldn't win a liner.
I know.
Then against England, amazing.
I thought the transformation was absolutely incredible. It really was. I mean, a lot of things went for us that, you know, that worked for us, which was
People
great.
tell me, Ali, this is a tight game, and I'm like, after the Italian game, I'm thinking, really?
There's a bit of controversy there. English boys maybe a wee bit disappointed with the red card. Well, it's a tough one. I thought the ref probably just about get it right. But I tell you what I did say as well. I mean, I'm harping on about it. England last try. I mean, it's a 3-yard forward pass. I mean, they had Italy get one disallowed, right? In Ireland, right at the end, which was less of a forward pass than England's last try against us. I'm not actually. I'm just all I'm saying is, guys, all I'm saying is, would have battered you more than what we battered you. That's all I'm saying. I mean, don't know you put crying on. I'm not crying. I'm actually delighted.
I like Borthwick. You know, you're out of order.
So do I.
Yeah, you're out of order.
So do I. And it's poor, isn't it?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
They can't take a defeat. They've got to put crying stuff on and all that stuff.
French certainties, aren't they?
Oh, aye. I mean, I thought their first half, the opening game, and they were comfortable at the weekend, but I thought their opening first half against Ireland, they were at a different level.
Yeah.
Fantastic to watch.
Right, let's have a look at the back pages. Plenty on there. Here we go.
Back page review on talkSPORT.
And Angelina Kelly's with us. Angelina, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Very good. You got a good night's rest and
Well, yeah, I mean,
I'm only saying that because I know you didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I was up late working for talkSPORT, doing the talkSPORT daily podcast with Kev Hatchard. I've double checked, don't you?
Don't get a minute's peace here, do we?
I know, literally.
Graft.
Yeah, then the alarm's going off at 3 a.m. It's all been going on. But I have had time to look at the back pages in between all my work. Mega Bucks Fizz. Saka is laughing all the way to the bank after he signed a £75 million deal. So this deal is until 2031.
What about that goal? Oh, man alive.
Yeah.
Right, we'll go into that in a minute.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the deal.
Well, he's going to be Arsenal's best paid player on wages in excess
Ever in the history of football.
£300,000 a week in excess of that. So it's a lot of money, but Arsenal have obviously signed, they've tied down quite a lot of players recently. Gabriel, William Saliba, Ethan Nwaneri, Miles Lewis-Skelly. So, they've been doing a lot of good work. I mean, he's arguably, their best signing, even though you look at these new faces that they brought in. I think getting him to put pen to paper.
Brilliant.
He's Arsenal. He's been there since the age of 7.
Been brilliant.
So good news for Arsenal fans.
Yes.
It's created a lot of debate, though, about if Saka would be starting for England, if he's world class. I think it depends what you define as world class.
I'm starting Dijk right now, by the way.
Does he not say in the paper this morning, Wayne saying, good luck to him, but there's no player in the Arsenal team's world class? Should have read that.
Is that right? He said that? No, I think he's been brilliant to me, man. I really do. I think he's been fantastic.
He's had a dip in form, but
has.
which player doesn't?
No, exactly.
It does happen.
But there you are. You can ask the question. I think if England start tomorrow, I think Dijk starts.
You reckon?
Yeah, I do. Well, in my team, he would.
Are you just stirring the pot here?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. You can stir the pot.
No, actually, I probably would. I really like Dijk. I love wee Saka. I mean, what an option.
I can't see Tuchel not starting him.
I'm telling you. Right now. It'd be close. I mean, I love him. I'm kidding on a wee bit because you can't go wrong with either of them, really, can you?
Well, I'm sure he'll probably buy himself something nice and to cheer himself up if he's not starting with.
He'll need to phone Gabby because you need to get that. Because he's got to pay tax on that, hasn't he? Gabby will not be happy.
Gabby needs to advise him.
He's got to go to his tax consultant, Gabby.
But there's also some bad news for Arsenal fans because there's outrage over £168 tickets. So they've been accused of acting like FIFA. Any potential Champions League quarter-final and semi-final games next season will be classed as Category A+. So that's between £90 and £168, making them the most expensive general admission price in English football. Season ticket prices are going up by 3.9%. And the amount of games on a season ticket will drop from 26 to 23. It just feels like it really does alienate your working class communities.
Diabolical.
Football clubs are built on, especially during a cost of living crisis for a lot of people.
I don't understand it. It's just greed.
Yep. It really is. And I'll tell you something else while I'm on it. My mate was getting, we hear this, charged £200. Would you call it? For a booking fee. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say to you. £200 booking fee for a ticket for Scotland for the World Cup.
Wow.
The ticket was something about £700-800, and they wanted £200 a booking fee for each ticket. I mean, how scandalous is that?
So who can look into that? Can you FIFA?
Gabby again. We need to get Gabby to look into that.
Yeah, get him to write another letter. Yeah. Because he wrote those ones to Howard Webb that were not that successful.
Everybody's blanked them.
Had his reply yet? I don't think so.
No, so maybe we need to get someone else.
It was
on
the problem.
case.
It wasn't joined up right, and that was the problem. I don't.
He's written to Denny twice, and he's blanked him.
Maybe if he practices the handwriting.
His letters are at least, these murderers, and they put together letters to give the cops a clue.
Oh, when they cut it out of magazines.
Careful now. I watched The Bodyguard the other night. Careful.
Oh, well, we'll make sure Gabby works on his handwriting and see if he can write to somebody and sort that out.
Somebody's got to sort that out.
100%. Now, the biggest talking point is Vinicius Jr. and Real Madrid. So, Real Madrid beat Benfica 1-0. The goal from Vinicius Jr. was amazing.
Out of this world.
But then he got booked for excessive celebration. He was celebrating. He was dancing at the corner flag. I mean, he's Brazilian. You can't take the Brazilian out of him. He's going to have a little bit of a dance. It was a little bit harsh, in my opinion. But then he reports racial abuse to the referee, who does follow protocol. Now, we don't know what was said. This is still alleged, but Gianluca Prestiani, Argentinian player for Benfica, he pulls his shirt over his mouth and seemingly says something to Vinicius Jr. and he reacts immediately. At this moment, we don't know the full story. I think if this has happened, props to him for coming back onto the pitch. They didn't play. It was about 9-10 minutes that they waited. Then as the game went on, he was having objects thrown at him when they were trying to take a corner, etc. So I think to go back onto the pitch and to play it, and he was playing like a man on a mission after that. But then post-match, Jose Mourinho has said that there is something wrong because it happens in every stadium. A stadium where Vinicius plays, something happens. He was asked if Vinicius incited the fans and the players, to which he replied yes. He then says that he should have celebrated the goal more respectfully. I mean, Jose Mourinho is not one for celebrating goals respectfully, let's be completely honest, so a bit rude. And he says, Benfica can't be a racist club. Eusebio is our greatest player. I just think Kylian Mbappe's spoken out as well, and he has said that he heard what was said. Trent Alexander-Arnold has called the scenes a disgrace. Mbappe saying, this needs to be taken seriously. I just think with Mourinho, shouldn't have done the post-match interview. I think it's a little bit foolish to be saying things like that.
Oh, did he not get sent off as well?
Yeah.
Right, so he's at fever pitch.
Yeah.
Right.
So okay. I think, I hope that he maybe reflects on some of this and try and maybe retracts a little bit of it, because I think it's a bit harsh. Vinicius, you cannot blame him for a player saying something allegedly racist to him. You can't say that that's his fault. You can't bring that on for someone to say something, and he was visibly upset.
Well, if he said it, he'll get done, and if Mbappe backs it up, he'll get done.
Yeah, but I think also the main thing from this, and like I say, I think Mourinho, I think he did speak out of turn. I mean, I know that Clarence Seedorf has said that he's making a big mistake saying the things that he said, but there were rumours about him going back to Real Madrid, and I think before what unfolded last night, they were quite strong, and I think that's going to be off the table now, because Vinicius wouldn't be having him. The way that Kylian Mbappe spoke to the Spanish media, he was absolutely furious, and you can't see them maybe wanting to work with Mourinho. I think that Florentino Perez would listen to them, so I think whatever happens, that's off the table.
Well, I hear what you're saying, but excuse me, but the power those two have got are ridiculous in the first place.
Yeah.
Taking everything aside, they forget their players first and foremost. I think they want to. Mbappe in particular, the power he had in Paris, the power he's got in Real at Madrid. Vinicius is the same. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, that's just not.
Yeah. But we'll wait to see what happens. If it is the case, then, we don't want that in the game. No. Something needs to be done. But at the moment, it is alleged, and we'll see what happens with the referee's report.
OK, Angelina.
Thanks, Angelina.
Angelina Kelly there. Now, we're going to be bringing you more on that story throughout the morning. And for a full breakdown, listen to the talkSPORT Daily. Coming up next, take a closer look at Australian cricket and whether 6 weeks after an Ashes victory, they're already in a crisis.
Before you leave us, Jason, here's a question. Can you separate Tyson from John?
No, because John Fury won't allow you to.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'd like to, but John Fury won't allow it. Every time you try to, he's in there flipping tables and stuff like that. So, unfortunately, John Fury won't allow you to separate the two. You know that if you have one, you've got to have the other.
Jason, thanks. That was a great call. Thank you for that. Tom's a Leeds United fan, no doubt a boxing fan as well. What are you making of all of this then, Tom? The Furies are back, but you know what comes back with it.
Oh, yeah. Big John, honestly. Hiya, gents. I think that
Morning.
I just think Tyson needs to sit and have a word with his dad, doesn't he? He needs to say, Dad, just shut up. Like, the fact is, in the first fight when he fought Usyk, there was massive criticism that listening to his dad in the corner cost him the fight, because he was in there yapping, saying, do this, do that, telling him what to do. And John's like this every time. The man is an absolute nutter. He needs reining in. Like, honestly, the thing is, he was headbutting that little plastic cage face-off thing when Tommy was fighting KSI. He flipping headbutted one of Usyk's trainers when they were all waiting just to, like, they were chanting at each other, and he had to headbutt one of them. Yeah. Now he's doing this. It's like, the fact is, Tyson Fury is at the back end of his career. It's nice to see him back in boxing. I always said this, and I'm not like good at predicting stuff, not like you guys, but I always said as soon as he loses to Usyk, it'll be, there's a reason why. He's not big enough of a man to just say, look, he won.
It's not often you associate fan power with Chelsea Football Club, but one of the shining examples of it lies with a group called the Chelsea Pitch Owners. And they've proved to be the thorn in the side of owners past and present who've been dead set on moving stadiums to a larger, more lucrative piece of land. Essentially, the supporters group holds the freehold to the land on which Stamford Bridge sits. Former owner Ken Bates set it up at a time where some unruly property developers tried to evict the club from their ground. In order to prevent this, he established the CPO as a company that owned the pitch and offered the fans the chance to buy a share for £100. As well as that, they also own the rights to the name Chelsea Football Club, so if any owner wants to take them elsewhere, they can't be called Chelsea without the approval from the CPO. Now, in 2011, Roman Abramovich tried and failed to move them away from Stamford Bridge, and this has set a precedent for Todd Bowley and the current power brokers at Chelsea. They know any plan which involves moving from Stamford Bridge will require CPO approval from the now 13,000 fans who own it. There are fans who are concerned that if they stay at the bridge, they'll be left behind their domestic and European rivals who are moving to more commercially successful stadiums. But for the heritage and history lovers, Stamford Bridge is one of the iconic English stadiums, and to move away would be a grave mistake. It might not be as flashy as others, but stadiums like it have something about them that cannot be replaced. One thing's for sure, if Bowley wants to take Chelsea away from their home, he'll have to go through the CPO first.
Coming up 25 minutes to 5, talkSPORT. Yeah, what am I talking about to 5? 25 to 7.
Well done.
To 5. Yeah. I drove in this morning. It was dark.
It's horrible, isn't it? Yeah. When do we start getting a little bit of, not even sun, just a bit of light, like a light in the morning?
You think of Cheltenham,
takes a wee turn
from coming up over Cleves Hill. Yeah. Is it going to happen this year?
Yeah. Well, when we talking, it's not that long. Is it 4 weeks or something?
By the way, just a quick one on the big result for Coventry, wasn't it? Beating Middlesbrough.
And by the way, I don't know who's on from Coral. You could argue it might have been a bigger one for Portsmouth last night.
Oh, well, Steve will be on there.
Steve will be thrilled because I think Portsmouth jumped up about three or four places.
Did they?
See, down at the bottom of that, with Michael Neal on yesterday, they had a great result at the weekend to beat QPR, I think it was. See the teams down the bottom of that championship, Al.
Well, Leicester struggling, West Brom's struggling.
West Brom, man. What's happened to West Brom? Leicester struggling. Eh? Blackburn.
Third from bottom, Leicester.
I know they are. He's done some job over there at Norwich, Philippe Clement, hasn't he?
He has.
Hey, they've shot up that table. Shot up the table.
It's in Ipswich got knocked out of the cup, so that might help them in the championship. But that's getting tight. Millwall are doing brilliant. I was talking to Billy.
Oh,
Billy
he's
the
got
Cab this morning.
They've got to be delighted, Millwall.
You know, they had a couple of good signings. They're on 56 or third, 5 behind Borough, but 2 ahead of Ipswich now. And then it's Hull.
Well, here's a bit of, not wanting to stir things up here between talkSPORT breakfast hosts, but he wrote Ipswich off in terms of automatic promotion.
Who did?
Mr. Sterling. And
well,
I'm not writing them off at all.
No, I'm not, but I was, you know, if you go back months and months ago, I was not sure about automatic. I thought we'll make the playoffs, but automatic I think might be tricky. And at the moment,
knocked out the cup. Was it Wrexham beat you 1-0?
Yeah.
That might not be a disaster.
Ipswich have a game in hand, which is vital.
2 games in hand, by the way. On the teams above them.
Just looking on. Yeah, 2 on Millwall as well. So if they can win them, they've got to be 60. It's different. You know,
entirely. It's exciting.
Right, talkSPORT breakfast with me, Brazil Ally McCoist and Arnold Clark, with over 20,000 used cars online to choose from. They'll have the car for you. They're sponsors of Scottish Rugby, aren't they, Arnold Clark?
Yes.
Brilliant.
Delighted what happened to the weekend. I don't know if you're aware.
Yeah. Now, has anyone seen Australian cricket? They took one hell of a beating against Zimbabwe and Sri Lanka on the plane home from India at the earliest possible point. They were knocked out of the tournament at the same stage as Ireland, Italy and Nepal. They may have won the Ashes, but a real shocker for the Aussies at the T20 World Cup. Let's bring in a man that couldn't stop smiling all winter, but he'll be very, very disappointed with the T20. A very good morning, good day, Malcolm Conn.
Malcolm, good
hi.
morning.
Guys, I thought I was on to talk about the Winter Olympics. You know, England and Australia, 3 golds each, best ever. Well above the one that they've won each time. You know, you blokes as a couple of Scots can sort of enjoy the fact that you're part of Britain and you don't have to talk about England losing things all the time. So,
Malcolm, I'm just stating facts here. I'm sorry. Never mind the half pipe and the pipe and all that in the Winter Olympics. You know, this is bad news for the T20.
Well, there's 2 ways of looking at it. Either it's a complete embarrassment or it's a cunning plan to save all our fast bowlers for the Ashes tour next year. So it's something I've got to say that I think most people here are leaning towards embarrassment, particularly when the selectors managed not to pick their best batsman and certainly best batsman against spin to go to the subcontinent and then get turned over by everybody. So yeah, it could be. I've been waiting to see how long it's going to be before this sort of aging group of players start to slide, and I've got a feeling that they might have missed the slide completely and just landed on the ground.
I mean, seriously, Mark, what has the reaction been? Because you mentioned not taking your best batsman against spin and that in the subcontinent. It seems a quite remarkable decision.
Well, if Australians can be bothered to be outraged, there's a certain amount of outrage going around about Steve Smith not going. No one can understand it. I mean, the selectors have done a pretty good job over the last few years, and the team's performed well when it's really mattered. Stood up in big moments, but you'd think on the world stage at a world event that you'd want to stand up, and they couldn't get anything right. So no, look. There's, if you just sort of look through the various headlines, you can see any number of sort of former greats climbing into them, and Steve Smith's the lightning rod. And how can you not pick the best batsman in the country to go and play in those positions?
Who do you fancy? India, are they strong favourites, Malcolm?
Oh, look, I would think so. I mean, they play a lot of 2020 cricket, as we know, with the IPL. They're in home conditions, which is always going to suit them, although I just have to mention that Australia did knock them off a couple of years ago at home to win the real World Cup. But you would think in all the circumstances, they play a very powerful game with their batting, very hard to contain. And certainly what we've seen so far, they've looked good. So I'd be very surprised if England at home didn't romp away with it, really.
Yeah. I watched Pakistan. Indian. It was a
non-event, wasn't it? Really, India too strong, eh?
Sri Lanka, they would give them a go, wouldn't they?
Well, I was going to say to you, Malcolm, I watched England in the one day in the T20s against Sri Lanka, and I thought, obviously coming off the going over that the U boys gave England in the Ashes, I thought they did reasonably well. So I mean, but Sri Lanka's performances so far have been okay. They've been all right, haven't they?
They've been good. I mean, the wickets in Sri Lanka have actually been pretty good, and they really have taken it up with the bat. I think their bowling's a bit thin, and I think a side like India might get after their bowling and just make it too hard for them to chase. But in those conditions, they can be a dangerous side, and they do play with a bit of spirit. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think that they'll go all the way, but it wouldn't surprise me if they made an impression in the tournament.
Malcolm, just on the, you mentioned the Winter Olympics. You get the snowy mountains in Australia, but I think New Zealand have got a little bit more than Australia, haven't they? How have Australia done so well?
Well, they've actually invested a lot over the last 2 decades, really. They've because we don't have much snow, they've sort of built sort of big like sandbags or sand jumping station, not sand, sorry, big air jumping stations, so that they actually learn their tricks sort of on big airbags that sort of mimic the various sort of ski routines that they would do. So that they actually get a pretty good handle on what they're going to do before they get into the real conditions. And then anyone who's any good, once they've turned teenage years and they've been through the system up in the snowies, they send them over to Europe. So it's no surprise to see 13, 14, 15-year-old Australians spending 3 months in Europe doing the either in the United States, mostly in the United States, but also in Europe, doing winter programs over there. So a lot of them come back with a bit of a twang, actually, in their accent. They spend so much time there, but they get a good grounding and they're competitive.
Malcolm, I mentioned no Steve Smith at the same time. So some of the bowling figures I couldn't believe. You know, I think they took 4 wickets in their last 2 games, Australia, which is remarkable. I know Mitchell Stark's retirement from T20, no Hazelwood, no Cummings. I mean, that's a serious, bowling attack that you're missing.
Well, 100%, that's right. And they tried to mix it and match it a bit. They picked all-rounders and bit-part players, and, you end up with players who aren't really good enough at either. So there wasn't a lot of commitment there, I don't think, in the end to sort of be decisive about what they were going to do. But you're right. I mean, you take players of that quality out. I mean, they were missing 4 of Australia's best players, and you get this sort of a result. But there's also players like Glenn Maxwell. His form's fallen away. Yeah. He's had injury issues. He's getting on. So I think that this is a sort of a sign that they're going to have to start revitalising the side. It is catching up with them.
Yeah. Malcolm, just a quick one. It was a shame that the Islander were going in the opposite direction, or you could have shared an early flight home with them, mate.
Welcome. A long time away from home.
It's great to see you, mate, and thanks very much for your time again, pal. See you soon.
Take care, Malcolm. Thank you.
All the best.
Go, guys. Thanks.
So Newcastle, not Newcastle, Australia. Newcastle have made the 2,500-mile trip to Baku ahead of the Champions League playoff. First leg tonight against Karabag live on talkSPORT 2. And don't forget, it's an early kick-off, 5:45. Geordies, if you're out there, give us a call on 03 717 223344. Any travel tribulations, and are you confident of taking advantage back to St James's Park? I'll also continue the debate on whether or not Saka is world class. After his new deal at Arsenal, Jason Cundy said in the Sports Bar he prefers Estevao to him. More on that coming next. See, I think Saka, I think he deserves it, me. I really, really do. You talk about, his pay and all that.
I think he's brilliant.
And by the way, he doesn't want to miss a game. Some of them shrug their shoulders, sit in the bench. He doesn't want to miss one game.
No, listen, nobody questioning that. None at all. I think he's been fantastic. He'll continue to be fantastic. But he's starting before Madeki.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
An England team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was our breakfast preview with Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Get free next day track delivery. Head to travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
You know, it costs nothing.
Yeah.
You know, it costs absolutely nothing, and it's amazing. You maybe underestimate how much it means to people, those kids, you know, for sitting there. Imagine the kid in the playground, you know, so-and-so come up and said hello to me, he patted me on the head. Just,
yeah.
I'm loath to use the word wee things like that, because those wee things are actually big things in the grand scheme of things, Jeff, and that is not a good look at all.
Yeah.
I mean, what does it take to come out your way and walk and give the kids a wee high five on the way through?
I have to say, there's been a lot of fuss has been made about absolutely nothing, in my opinion. Here, I don't think they saw them. They all had their headphones on. They're completely oblivious to it. And all these players, they're walking past millions of people every day. If they had to stop and look at everyone to make sure they weren't upsetting someone, they would never get to where they're going.
No, and look, there's two parts to this for me. One, I was in that position as a young boy, and you wanted to touch them or, you know, have sort of interaction with them. I don't honestly think many of the players saw them. I heard Ali and Jeff talk about this morning, and I'm like, oh, where was that? How have I missed that? And then I see it, and I'm looking at them. I don't think they see them. Now, if you really want those mascots to be seen, don't hide them around the corner, because that's where they were. I think there was faux outrage. People love to be outraged, love to be offended. If they had walked past them and they saw them, then I think there's some merit in it. But I'm not convinced, by the way. They even see them. They don't even look at them. No, I'm not. People love to be outraged, mate. I've seen loads of people jump on this bandwagon. It's not a good optic if they saw them.
Okay, Super Ali with me. What do we know this Wednesday morning? Jose Mourinho has caused outrage with his post-match comments following his alleged racist incident that marred Real Madrid's 1-0 victory over his Benfica side. On Vinicius Junior's claim, Mourinho is quoted as saying, "When you score a goal like that, you celebrate in a respectful way. A stadium where Vinicius plays, something happens always," says Jose. And the biggest person in the history of this club was black. The club, the last thing that is racist. No way is Benfica racist. And of course, we're talking about the Black Pearl, wasn't it? That's what
the
they call
Black
them?
Pearl.
Eusebio.
Yep. Where did he score 4 goals?
Goodison.
Oh, brilliant for you. That is good for you. Who did they beat?
Go on. I won't.
I want to say North Korea.
Could have been. Yeah, could have been.
I think they beat North Korea 4-3 at Goodison. We'll check that one up. In other news, my friend, Tiger Woods says competing at this year's Masters is not off the table, but the 15-time major champion still has no timetable for his return. There you go.
I'm sorry. I don't
finished,
like to see Tiger like that.
I know, but I think you're right. I don't think he's competitive in terms of winning tournaments. I mean, if you're a kid going to watch, you want to see I don't care who you still want to go and watch Tiger Woods, one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all.
In my face.
Why?
I stayed up all night
to watch
Morikawa get in there.
Colin Morikawa,
9-1.
Did you back him?
He won it on the last get in there.
Oh man!
Jill's like, "Will you come to bed? Get to bed. I've just got to do something for the radio. I'm just watching." I'm like, "Come on."
It's a sad day when you're watching.
Then he nearly blew it on the 17th and 18th. I'm like, no.
But there's so many good players knocking about. Oh, that's my point. You know what I mean? When a major starts, I know Rory's different level and shows your man.
Oh, by the way, he was brilliant last round. He just left it too late. God, he played amazing golf. And Scheffler again.
He's ridiculous. He's absolutely ridiculous. He really is. Right, they've changed it because you've got to do number 3 now.
Have I? All right. There's a new man in the Tottenham hot seat, and he goes with the name of Igor Chuda. Do you remember him?
I do remember him.
Does he make watches? talkSPORT, Ben Fletcher has more on the Croatian.
From the touchlines of Serie A to the pressure cooker of North London, new Spurs boss Igor Chuda has inherited quite the task, with his side sitting 16th in the Premier League without a league win in 2026. So what can Tottenham fans expect of their new manager? Here's Italian football expert Daniele Fisichella.
In Quentin Tarantino Pulp Fiction, there is Mr. Wolf, who comes in and fixes problems.
I'm Mr. Wolf.
Well, Igor Tudor is very much like that. He's used to take teams mid-season and has a great record of getting the job done. Recently, he did it at Lazio and Juventus, making both teams more intense, aggressive and attacking, and crucially, helped them to qualify to play in Europe the next season.
As for the players, what can they expect life to be like under their new head coach?
We'll work a lot with the back line. There was a lot of tactical work that we did. Maybe if they're going to switch up now to the 3-5-2, so that was probably be the first thing. And I think also the high pressing and maybe more exciting football, you know.
That was William Troost Ekong on their shared time at Udinese. So the manager has been thrown in the deep end with his opening game, a North London derby, just like Martin Jol back in 2004. But how optimistic is he that he can turn things around for Spurs?
Of course, I'm coming here knowing that situation is not easy. There's no time to find excuses. What I said from the first day here, each of us, each of players need to give something more, something extra.
Well, how do I react to this news? I would suggest top the pension up.
Yeah.
I got a couple I get friends who text, they are dismayed with this. One of them, Tony Verrier, I don't think you've met him, Ali. He texts me his record. It's pretty awful, to be honest.
Is it?
Pretty awful. Whatever he's gone, it hasn't lasted long. Out.
It's some carry on, isn't it? Really.
Joke.
I mean, Tottenham fans must be.
By the way,
again at the end of their tether.
You'd expect him to put a big show up against Arsenal in the derby, but I don't know what's going on there. I really don't.
I keep getting back to that second half performance against City was brilliant. And then...
first half they were a pub team.
Yeah. And then second half they could have won it.
I know. Amazing, isn't it? Right, Angelina's back. What have we got, Angelina?
We're going to talk a little bit of boxing because Tyson Fury is, of course, back, after his 5th retirement has come to an end. He's decided I'm getting back into it. And with Tyson Fury comes John Fury, of course. And there's a video roaming around. It's on the talkSPORT Boxing Instagram page. John's basically just roaming around, screaming, swearing.
Challenging him to a fight, isn't he?
Yeah, so Carl Froch is who he wants to fight. Lennox Lewis got dragged into it.
Who wants to fight?
John Fury.
No.
I think we've got to take it with a little pinch of salt, but he keeps trying to suggest this fight. I mean, he's 12 years younger than John Fury, one of the best British boxers of all time. It's not serious, surely. But then I don't know with John Fury.
I'm struggling to take John seriously, the way the one is she. Did you see him in that press conference?
No.
He was kind of marching about, screaming at everybody.
Well, yeah, this
challenging
is it.
Everybody to a good old-fashioned square goal.
Just roaming, yeah.
Listen, I love Tyson to bits, but we're not going to be a bit bored. He's coming back.
This is it.
I know. But, flip side of the coin, he has big news. The fact that, there's the three of us sitting talking about him again this morning. Do you know what I mean? He's entertainment. He gets boxed in the front back pages.
I wonder if AJ will come back.
I know.
I heard I can't repeat it totally on radio, but I heard a horrible story, and I'm pretty sure it's correct about after the car crash.
It's horrendous, wasn't it? Absolutely.
It was carnage. The scene was carnage, and it was very traumatic for him.
I'm going to tell you something, mate. Right, in this day and age, it's absolutely diabolical. I saw what you're talking about, I think, on the phone, and it was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. And people that put that stuff up should be absolutely ashamed of themselves putting that stuff up, because I think I know what you're talking about, and I actually saw it. And by the way, my young boys saw it.
Oh.
I'm terrible. Absolutely. It should be guarded against. It should be forbidden, stuff like that. I'm telling you right now, it was horrendous putting up the aftermath of that. Diabolical.
Yeah.
Diabolical.
And
Absolutely
Fury
tragic.
said that one of his motivations to come back was seeing what Anthony Joshua's gone through. It makes you think about, tomorrow isn't promised, etc. He also said that AI was a reason that he came.
Yeah, I saw that. He's talking in AI. Getting back to the big fella, he should be given time to do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
If he wants to come back and fight, brilliant. If he wants to chuck it and do TV or whatever he wants to do, whatever that fella wants to do, he should be allowed to do it and go on with it.
Yeah, definitely. But we'll see what happens with John and any fights he manages to get.
Big John wanted a square go with Carl Froch.
Yeah, Simon Jordan called it theatrics, a carnival of horrors. Questioned if him and Tyson are weak. It's part of the game. You can't take it seriously. So yeah, there you go. John Fury will have to wait and see if any of these fights that he's calling out for happen.
Any at all reply from Carl?
Not yet, as far as I'm aware. He's apparently working on the fight, I think, in a punditry role, Tyson's upcoming fight. So he'll be around it all. I'm sure that the talkSPORT boxing team will get an answer out of him. Simon Jordan says there ain't a chance that Carl is even scared of John.
Oh, no chance.
So it's
there's no chance of that.
Yeah, just an interesting one.
Remember that Froch Groves fight? That was a great fight, Wembley.
Oh, what a fight! What, baby? What a punch!
I know.
What a punch! Groves was brilliant as well. But,
what sort of weight is John Fury compared to Carl? Would it be double his weight or?
Big guy,
I still think he would go down if Carl hit him. If the Cobra, if the Cobra hit him with that, anything like that one he hit Groves with. Yeah, I don't think you're staying up.
Oh dear!
Brilliant. What did he call it? A carnival of horrors.
A
carnival. So you're saying he'd be going down like Forrest, because Carl's a big Forrest fan.
Yes, absolutely.
I shouldn't have said that. I don't mean that, Forest fans. I know, because I don't want to see you go down. Right, Angelina, thank you.
Thanks, Angelina.
So online now it says Carl Froch has told John to stop embarrassing himself after a viral rant at Fury's press conference on Monday. If you love your boxing, don't miss DAZN's stacked schedule with fights every week, and this weekend delivers a big one. 3 fight nights. One unmissable weekend only on DAZN, Ali.
It's all happening, mate.
When are you going to start working for them?
No, not enough time, mate. Not enough time. But I can tell you right now, it all begins live from Nottingham on Saturday, mate, as a fierce rivalry reignites in a highly anticipated rematch. Lee Wood versus Josh Warrington, I beg your pardon. Then later that evening, live from Vegas, a high-stakes clash as Ryan Garcia chases his first world title against Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight world title. And finally, the return of Clarissa Shields in an undisputed heavyweight rematch, which is on Sunday. Sign up to DAZN Ultimate and get all these fights plus a minimum of 12 plus pay-per-views a year, including Garcia versus Barrios at no extra cost, big fella. Watch all these fights only on DAZN.
Boxing update on talkSPORT with DAZN, the global home of boxing. Sign up now at dazn.com/boxing.
Listen, I just think you need to put more respect on Virgil van Dijk. I'm not being a Liverpool fan. I'm saying as a player, when I watch, when my eyes see things, my eyes see defenders, you need to respect Virgil van Dijk. If you look at both of the games, you tell me what's better. Terry, what can he do better than Van Dijk as a player? Forget about what they've won and how long they've been playing in the Premier League. What can John Terry do that is better than Virgil van Dijk? Because it's not one-on-one defending, for starters.
Oh, mate.
Oh, God. Let me get out of here.
Jermaine, what are you on about? John Terry can do everything Van Dijk can do. Everything.
I'm saying better, to be a better player.
I'm going to go to Jonathan as a Chelsea fan. Okay. Jonathan.
Oh, come on. Like a Chelsea fan's going to back me up.
Jonathan?
Hey, Jeremy O'Hara.
How are you, John?
I'm back.
Spurs are back.
Not too bad, man. How you guys doing?
I'm all right. You?
Good. I'm doing all right. I mean, what is at the Chelsea? What's Jeremy saying? Jeremy, what are you saying, bro? What are you saying?
Okay,
Look, I love listening to you. I've listened to you all the time, but this has really triggered me. It triggered me to call. I've not been calling. I'm a listener, but today I said I'd call and, speak something out. This is the first time you're always trying to compare John Terry, Chelsea legend, to Van Dijk. You can't make that comparison, bro.
Football fans all have stadiums we love, but do any of us have a pitch that we love? It might sound like an odd question, but pitches can be different sizes with big consequences. Why is that? And what are the actual rules? Back when association football started, pitches could be up to 100 metres wide and 200 metres long. That's longer than Ellen Road. Not the pitch, the stadium. Anyway, UEFA wanted a standard across Europe for international matches, which became 105 metres long and 68 metres wide. But some clubs had been rebels, not intentionally, but because of the stadiums. Take Highbury, for example. It was 5 metres shorter and a metre narrower, meaning away sides had a challenge to adjust. White Hart Lane was exactly the same. And actually, when Spurs temporarily moved to Wembley, they asked the FA to shorten the pitch. The FA, very offended by the sacrilegious suggestion, said no, which in fairness could have actually benefited Tottenham because when they moved into their shiny new stadium, the pitch was exactly the same size as Wembley's. Today, Forest Pitch at the City Ground is a big un. It's 2 metres wider than any other pitch in the Premier League. But the smallest of all, Craven Cottage, just 100 metres long and 65 wide. No excuse for not tracking your man. There are a couple of crazy outliers in Europe too. At Napoli's home ground, the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona, the pitch is a whopping 110 metres long. At least they don't play on a slope like Newcastle do. There's a 2-metre incline on the pitch at St James's Park. And don't get me started on the old pitch at Yeovil too. It used to be a slant of 2 metres corner to corner and across the halfway line. So UEFA have their standards. So do the FA, but they do give pitches in England some wiggle room. Pitches can be anywhere between 90 and 120 metres long and between 45 and 90 metres wide. I mean, the rules state you can't have a square pitch, but in theory you could have one that's 91 metres long and 90 wide. Imagine rocking up to play a Sunday League game and the pitch is basically a square. So there are rules and regulations on sizes, with a UEFA standard that roughly everyone follows. But as we all know, size doesn't matter, does it?
7:07, talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Browse the UK's best used car deals and score your dream car today. Check out their website for more details. By the way, I bumped into, I bumped into, talking about cars, I bumped into Bobby Zamora this morning. What? 5:20 in the morning in the car.
Here's a question for you. No, it's more of a statement. I'll bet he was looking tremendous.
Well, it was very early, Ali.
No, but I mean...
He was down in a garage.
No, I wasn't talking about
his head under the bonnet.
Right.
So it's difficult.
I wasn't talking about his makeup.
Talking about his backside or his hamstrings?
I bet he's in great nick, Bobby.
He is,
one of these boys that looks after himself.
So I was going to say, what are you doing? So he must be, I guess he's changing cars or something.
5:30 this morning?
Aye.
That's early for Bobby.
I know.
Isn't it?
Unless he's going fishing.
I remember I saw Bobby. And I reckon it might be. I'd love to ask Big JT. I'd love to ask John Terry, right? Because Big Bobby gave him a hell of a game. I can't mind what it was. I was at the game. It's clearly Chelsea versus somebody, right? It might have been West Ham. And Big Bobby Zamora played up front, and it was he put in a brilliant performance.
What did you want to ask JT? Were you out last night?
No, I wanted to ask JT, was it one of the toughest 90 minutes of his career?
Really?
He was that good.
He was that good,
Bobby.
Head a ball, can't he?
Oh, man.
By the way, he's tall.
Yeah. Physically strong, could play again behind. I liked him more. I did. Was it remember the goal? Was it the playoff game at I nearly said Hampden there, at Wembley? He scored a great goal in the playoff game. Remember it well.
There you go. So I don't know what it was up to, but it was a bit early for me. I'm like, what are you doing? Right, Real Madrid's Champions League knockout phase. Playoff tie last night at Benfica was halted for 10 minutes. 10 minutes after Vinicius Jr. reported alleged racist abuse. The game was halted with players leaving the field. After the match, Jose Mourinho claimed Vinicius did not celebrate in a respectful way. Steady, Jose. We love you bits, but you've lost the plot now and again when you're celebrating a win at Old Trafford, down on the old knees for a start. After his stunning goal in the 1-0 win shortly before the incident at the Estadio de Luz, the former Real Madrid and Chelsea boss said there's something wrong because it happens in every stadium. A stadium where Vinicius plays sometimes happens always. So Real Madrid teammate Kylian Mbappe has stuck up Vinicius. He's called for the accused Argentina winner, this is Prestiani, to no longer be allowed to play in the Champions League following the alleged incident. But Benfica have tweeted a video suggesting the distance between the players means no one could have known what was said. Either way, let's clear this up now with the European football expert Kev Hatchford to tell us what exactly happened. Kevin, very good morning.
Kev, well, good morning to you.
Morning, guys. How are we?
We're in good form, but but quite opposite. Normally we like to come on and talk about the football, Kevin. We will talk about the football, but we've got to talk about all this carry on last night, mate. Where are you with it?
Yeah, so it's a real shame for a start that we're not talking about a world-class goal, which was an absolutely stunning strike and great piece of play. So what we do know is this, that obviously Vinicius scores, he then celebrates. The referee, Francois Letexier, felt that the celebration was excessive in his eyes, then gives a yellow card. Then there is clearly an exchange between Vinicius Jr. and Gianluca Prestiani, the young winger of Benfica. Vinicius then runs to the referee, points out Prestiani. The referee then invokes UEFA's racism protocol and the players leave the field. There's a delay of around 9-10 minutes. There were all kinds of arguments on the pitch. Vinicius was talking to Jose Mourinho at some stage. And then the game is able to resume. And it is an allegation at this stage. We're going to have to see what Francois Letexier's report is. But I think it's broader than this now, this specific incident now, because if you look at what Jose Mourinho has said, there is a narrative in general, regardless of this specific incident, there is a narrative in general about Vinicius Jr. And what you often find, and I actually said this last night as part of the coverage, that I felt this was probably going to happen.
Was it excessive, Kev? Was the celebrations in your mind, were they excessive?
I don't think they were, but it almost doesn't matter, Alan. And the reason I say that is that it kind of doesn't matter what he did. There is never an excuse for any kind of racist abuse.
No, if it was
Now,
said,
let's take it
alleged,
beyond this.
yeah.
Well, yes, exactly. And this is why I'm saying it's beyond this incident. Let's take it beyond this specific incident, because at the moment that's an allegation. It's not proven. That needs to come out in the report and what have you. Let's go to earlier incidents. So there have been supporters who have been given criminal sanctions in Spain for racist abuse. Around those incidents, there is always this debate, this narrative. He brings it on himself. He dances. He celebrates too much. He provokes. There's never an excuse for this kind of thing. Never an excuse for racist abuse. So that part of the narrative, I think, needs to go. But unfortunately, it keeps coming back up. And that's why I was so disappointed that somebody with Mourinho's platform and his stature would make comments of those nature, because he knows that's part of the narrative.
I'm not taking sides here. I'm really not, because I don't really know this Argentinian player. Mbappe, in your view, could you see enough of the footage that Mbappe was an earshot of maybe what was said?
Well, I think Mbappe is responding to what Vinicius has told him. You would expect him to do that.
Yeah.
So, the way Mbappe has put it forwards is that he is supporting his teammate, he's supporting his player, and they've talked about this before. Vinicius Jr. has said that if incidents like this happen, and again, it's alleged, but if incidents like this happen and there is racist abuse, players will walk.
Well, how are they going to prove it then, Kev? How are they going to prove this?
Yeah, it's really tough. It is really tough because, how much evidence is there? Audio, video, what is there? Who heard what?
Yeah.
It's going to be really difficult for the officials. UEFA will investigate it, and they'll investigate it fully. The referee will have his report, but of course the referee won't know for certain. So they will have to dig into the footage and the audio that they have. If they can't find enough evidence, then they won't be able to charge Bresciani. So, look, and Thierry Henry alluded to this last night, that there is a kind of, he said this, he said this. But as I say, I think this is a broader point now. Are we doing enough to protect players? Are we doing enough? Is the protocol strong enough? And what language do we use around incidents like this when we talk about provocation, when we talk about excessive celebration? So I think that's the issue. And the sad thing is, we are getting a lot of these incidents just in general, and have done for a long, long time. It's not a new thing.
Kev, just a quick word. I'd just like to move on to football. I'm not side-swerving a very, very...
Well, I'm not side-swerving.
No, but at the same time, I quite like to talk about football. Man sent off for Juve, that was a proper going over. A couple of goals for Dewey and Hakimi with PSG. Yeah. What do you think elsewhere, Kev?
Yeah, I thought Galatasaray were excellent going forward, and Juan Cabal, the left-back, had a nightmare. I mean, he got a right-off chasing from the Galatasaray wingers. I mean, the 2 yellow cards are pretty much for the same thing. You just can't handle the quality out wide. So that they collapsed then, but the fun thing about Galatasaray, and I thought Osimhen was outrageously good, by the way.
Yeah, I saw it.
They could go to Turin and lose 3-0. You just never know what you're going to get from them. Just on Doué, what a player he is, by the way. And he's had injury problems this season. Dembele goes off, Doué comes on, and Doué changes the game. He's involved in all 3 goals. And just on the Dortmund-Atalanta, Dortmund are really interesting to me, because if you compare them with Bayern, Dortmund are a lot more dull, but they're very solid. They're racking up wins at the moment. They're keeping clean sheets. So they'll be pretty happy with how life is going at the moment.
How's Bellingham been doing there?
Okay. I think they are... Yeah, I think they're circling the wagons around him a little bit, in the sense that they're aware that the name brings its own pressure. They're aware that there's a lot of expectation on him, which is probably unfair. And so Niko Kovac has been trying to help him out with that. I think what helps is that Kovac, who's the coach, Sebastian Kehl, who's the sporting director, and Lars Ricken, who's the kind of overall boss, they were all midfielders.
Yeah.
So they're all trying to help him. They're all trying to kind of give him advice, and he'll get there. He'll get there.
Yeah. Kev, I've got to break, but very briefly, Newcastle going to Karabakh, long journey. Do you see trouble for Newcastle or not?
Yeah, it could be. Karabakh have already drawn with Chelsea. They've beaten Frankfurt on their own patch. They won at Benfica. Don't be fooled by what happened at Anfield, where I think they were a bit overawed. They're a proper team with some great players going forward. Newcastle are going to have to be on it.
Nice one, Kev.
Thanks, Kev. Enjoy tonight, mate.
Kevin's in touch
Cheers,
with that
guys.
Vinicius problem. We're going to hear a lot more about it. But it'd be interesting who actually can step forward and
well, it's
and say, I heard it.
Well, because one of the boys was saying he had his jersey over his...
I know, I've seen it, yeah.
Well, unless other people heard it, it's going to be very, very difficult to prove that, isn't it?
Okay, coming up 7:17.
Haji, morning to you. Congratulations.
Well done, Haji.
Morning. How are you guys?
Yeah,
Very well,
we're really
thank you.
good, but you must be absolutely over the moon. I mean, how big a... We'll talk about the hat-trick in a moment, but how big a win for Coventry was that?
Super important. First versus second, top of the table clash. It was important to see who could come out on the end, and I'm happy we were able to take 3 points home.
Haji, what about the start of the game? I mean, you're unlucky yourself. Good header downwards, hit the post, go back. I mean, the boys looked really fired up, as you would expect, for a game of that importance.
Yeah, 100%. We were prepared well throughout the week in training. We knew exactly what we wanted to do, so we just came to the stadium and tried to execute.
Yeah. Well, as a team, you executed, and you personally executed brilliantly as well. How many hat-tricks in your career?
3. I
3.
think.
Is that the most important of them?
Yeah. So far, yeah.
I love that. So far.
I know. I was going to say, you wouldn't have heard just before you came on, Haji, I mentioned the fact, terrific result. I wouldn't say it was a must-win game, but with Borough on a great run and yourselves maybe slipping ever so slightly, it was certainly a very important game, but no time to rest. West Brom away.
You've not been to Baku?
I haven't been to Baku. You said it's quite nice, didn't you?
Only because I've seen Formula One from there. It looks, and they've got a massive oil revenue there, haven't they?
Oh, it's a hell of a trek, though, isn't it? I mean, it's.
Oh, it wouldn't be for me.
No, I think it's about 3.5 hours to Istanbul. I think there is a direct flight, but I think the majority of people go through.
That's an interesting place if you've not been there.
Istanbul?
Oh, yeah.
I have.
Yeah, east and west.
Do you know something? That's the. I think that is actually the perfect way to describe it. An interesting place. And I'm asking you a question, comfortable in the knowledge that you'll be able to answer it.
Yeah. Constantinople.
No.
Go on.
You thought it was going to be a question, the former name of Istanbul?
Yes.
You know that? Remember that one? Constantinople was a very big word, spell it. That was old one in Glasgow, IT. Anyway, right, that's not the one I'm talking about. I want you to name me the river that separates the two continents.
7:22, the Bosphorus. Right, let's look ahead to the Champions League tonight with TNT Sport.
Breakfast football preview on talkSPORT with TNT Sports. Get the Premier League, UEFA Champions League and Emirates FA Cup all in one place. TNT Sports, not normal. Subscription required, 18 plus, terms and conditions apply.
Credit where it's due.
Hey, don't forget I beat you on the flags, didn't I, and the capitals.
You never beat me in the musical.
Yeah, but it was all recent music.
I tell you did. You gave me a bit of going over at flags. You were good at the flags. You were. You were impressive.
So Newcastle have made the 2,529-mile trip to Baku in Azerbaijan, taking on Karabakh tonight, live on talkSPORT 2, right? Kick-off, don't forget, it's early, 5:45, don't forget. With a text from Colin, the Geordie, who said they arrived 18 hours after they left home. Amazing, isn't it? Football fans, how they do it. The flight takes 5.5 hours and is the last thing Eddie Howe needs amid a crazy fixture congestion. Ali, just quickly before I move on.
Yes.
I always remember, it's weird, isn't it, how you remember things. Celtic supporters, their travels, their stories from how they got from Glasgow to... And it was Jerry McNee who wrote it. And he sent me a nice text. Because he drinks in Heritage.
Of course he does.
And he sent me a nice text saying, anytime you want, I've got a pint in the bar for you.
Great lad.
I always remember that. Some great stories.
He's I still play six-a-sides with his son-in-law, Jerry. I speak to Jerry sent a message the other day for love. He sent me a lovely message at the passing of Robert Duvall. So there you are, Jerry.
Oh, I meant to say that. 93 or something, wasn't
95.
it? 95.
What a man now. What a man. And Jerry sent me a lovely message, obviously.
But it's weird, isn't it? I think the night before he died, I watched Apocalypse Now again.
What's a movie?
Napalm. You smell that, son?
Smell of napalm in the morning.
It was the night before, just right out of the blue. Anyway.
We were talking about him yesterday. Do you know something? Do you know his first film, To Kill a Mockingbird, 1962?
Was it really? Because that was a great movie.
Here's another one.
Sidney Poitier?
Yep. Here's another one. Do you know what he was in? Do you know he was in True Grit with John Wayne?
No.
I'm telling you, mate.
Was he really?
Amazing. 69. He was in True Grit and then obviously Apocalypse Now, Godfather, all that.
Godfather was great.
What a career.
When he leaves Walt's Studios in Hollywood, he said, stop and I'll get you. He says, no, the news I have.
Another quick one. When he was an up-and-coming actor, I was telling Jeff yesterday, do you know who he shared an apartment with?
When he was an up-and-coming actor. Whereabouts? Give me a clue.
I think it was New York. I'm almost convinced it was New York.
95, could be anyone. Go on.
Dustin Hoffman and Gene Hackman. Three of them.
He's just died. Well, not just that.
Yeah.
He was brilliant.
And by the way, I was at the basketball in New York. When was I there with the kids and that? Maybe a year ago. And Dustin Hoffman was at the basketball.
Was he?
He wasn't playing right enough, but he was sitting watching it.
Right, the flight, we're back to football, sorry. The flight takes 5.5 hours and there's the last thing Eddie Howe needs amid, a crazy fixture congestion. Bruno Guimaraes, captain, hasn't made the trip after he's ruled out for 2 months. Oof. So let's get a little bit more on the Geordies and cross over to Baku with the Evening Chronicle, Newcastle Evening Chronicle chief football writer, Lee Ryder. Lee, a very good morning.
Good morning, Lee.
Morning, guys. How are you doing?
Very well. Lee, have you had a chance to have a wee look round Baku?
Yeah, we have actually. We've been here since the early hours of Monday morning, so it's been a real experience, and the Newcastle fans are making themselves at home, shall we say.
Where did they get the money, Lee? Where, how do these guys do it? It's magnificent how they somehow find it.
Yeah, I mean, the dedication can never be questioned. This trip cost a lot of money, I know, for a lot of Newcastle fans, and the flights were just unbelievable. I mean, it took me best part of 18 hours to get here from Newcastle, very early on Sunday morning, arriving very early on Monday morning. So I know the journey that they've been through, and they're just so dedicated, and it's fantastic to see.
Lee, tell me, mate, I mean, brilliant result of the weekend, obviously, and a heck of a draw for Newcastle in the FA Cup. But I was just having a quick look. I tell you what, haven't they got some injuries, if I'm reading that correctly, just kind of catching up here. You tell me if I'm wrong. Bruno, Fabian Schär, Joe Linton, Lewis Miley, Livramento, Visa. I mean, Botman, are they all injured?
Pretty much. I mean, Joe Linton is back. He did some light training last night, which the media got to see. So Joe Linton is edging his way back.
Good.
Sven Botman's not too bad, but the other guys are, for the foreseeable future, not available. So, you know, I'm looking at it. I don't know how Eddie Howe's doing it. He's doing a magnificent job motivating the team through injuries. And, you know, they're still fighting on three fronts, which is absolutely remarkable despite the absentees there that you mentioned.
And you go to crikey after that, it's Man City, isn't it, away?
Yeah, another tough one. We've just been down there in the Carabao Cup, obviously, and there'll be, you know, a bit of revenge on the menu, I think, and then obviously the FA Cup 5th round against Man City again. So it really is all happening for Newcastle. But I guess as a player, they're the games that you would be excited about being involved in.
Yeah.
Lee, I was just going to say that I'm with you, and I can tell by the tone of your voice here. There's been one or two bits at the unfair level of criticism at Eddie. I just can't believe that you know there'll be any stick coming his way, because I look at Newcastle. Clearly, the support is absolutely remarkable, and intelligent support. I think the vast majority of the Newcastle support would look at their club and say, look where we were maybe not so long ago, maybe 5-10 years ago. They must be, and all of a sudden you're playing in Champions League, you've got FA Cup against Manchester City. I mean, it's a good place to be for Newcastle right now.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, you mentioned Eddie Howe. I went round yesterday, I was doing some vox pops with the fans around Baku, and I spoke to one fan and he said, look, Eddie Howe will always be regarded as a massive legend at Newcastle. He's up there with Kevin Keegan, and at the end of the day, he's the guy who ended the trophy drought. So whatever happens to him moving forward, you know, there's got to be a level of respect there. Yeah. And I think, to be totally honest, most of the kind of protests have been online accounts, that kind of stuff. I don't think there's been anything in the stadium. And, you know, as I say, you walk around, you go to Newcastle, you go any sort of fan area, and they'll tell you that they're right behind Eddie Howe. And I think that's absolutely right, given the job he's done.
Lee, just a quick, we're going to break. I'm going to get shouted at. I've been in that place a couple of times before the game. What do you call it? The place next to
the Baku Arms.
No, not the Strawberry. The fan thing, mate.
The Stack, it's called.
By the way, that place is absolutely mental. It's brilliant, eh?
Yeah, I mean, again, that's like part of the sort of new era at Newcastle, that they've built that, fits 3,000 people in, as you've experienced. These are the guys who don't have tickets sometimes, and it's like a mini football stadium outside. Brilliant. And the atmosphere is absolutely bouncing, and I'm sure you've enjoyed your time there, and will do again in the future.
Loved it, mate.
Lee, enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game today, mate. Good luck.
Interesting. Thanks,
you, guys.
Lee Ryder, Evening Chronicles chief football writer. But expect Eddie to ring the changes. This is a difficult game. Stream over 185 UEFA Champions League matches live with TNT Sports on Discovery Plus, or watch TNT Sports channel on EE, Sky and Virgin Media. Coming up, The Chunk has been causing controversy all over the place. He wants the breakfast show. We'll bring you more next.
Breakfast football preview on talkSPORT with TNT Sports. Get the Premier League, UEFA Champions League and Emirates FA Cup all in one place. TNT Sports, not normal. Subscription required. 18+ terms and conditions apply.
our favourite film that he's done, and the only time, to my knowledge, that he was teamed up with McCoist was in A Shot to Glory.
In the small village of Kilnockie, not much ever changes.
Should try this new invention, Gordon, called a car.
But now,
it is, of course, the recent signing by Kilnockie of Jackie McQuillan,
Scotland's most notorious star soccer player, has been chosen to boost the town's struggling team.
This guy's going to give us the punch we need, Gordon, to make a run at the cup.
Don't you want to win a cup? Teams win the cup, Peter, not prima donnas reminiscing their past glory.
Academy Award winner Robert Duvall, Michael Keaton, and introducing Ally McCoist.
They are all driven, stubborn, selfish, and as competitive as a pack of street dogs.
This is our shot at glory, lads. All right? All right?
A shot at glory.
Now, as if doing a whole film alongside Ali wasn't enough, here's Robert doing some punditry alongside Dougie Donnelly, John Collins, and Ali.
We're now joined by a genuine Hollywood legend, Robert Duvall. Bob, you're very welcome.
Nice
Lovely to see you. And I hear you're becoming extremely knowledgeable about Scottish football.
Well, I am, but also I'm here to keep next to him, so because you got to keep your tabs on this guy. He'll get away from you.
Tell me
you
about
learned
it.
your line. And he's actually quicker than me. He says you have to lose 20 pounds.
Now, what's this I hear about
great,
you two
great
going
game.
to make
I still haven't got over the Manchester United match yet.
You watch that?
Unbelievable.
Every spring, sports fans in Europe come together to celebrate arguably rugby's biggest annual tournament, the Six Nations. But why is it the home nations, plus France and Italy, and no one else? It all started back in 1871 when Scotland beat England in the very first international rugby match. A few years later, when they could field a team, Wales decided they'd host England and an idea was thought up. With Ireland keen, they formed the Home International Championship, which ran from 1883. In 1910, France was allowed to join, as they were developing into a serious rugby nation, and thus the Five Nations was born. France had an interesting history with the championship. They were actually booted out for paying their players in 1931, when the home nations were keen to keep it amateur. After World War II, though, France were let back in, but it remained a closed shop for more than 50 years. And when another country was let in, it was only really because the Five Nations hand had been forced. Italy was developing into a serious contender, beating Scotland, France and Ireland twice in the same year, meaning in 1999 officials got together and said yes to Italy, and it became the Six Nations. So what changes, if any, come next? 7 nations? 8? A promotion and relegation system? Or should we leave it alone and let it remain the great rugby tradition it's become?
Durante's been on.
Has he?
Talking about Baku, we played in Vladikavkaz, which
I remember that, you know.
Oh, it's not far. It's actually not far from Baku, and we flew. We man just reminded me there, Niki Lauda Airlines. So we did, and I remember. This is no joke. we were into Mrs. Durant's before the flight, and we took a couple of pillows in our own sheets as well. Hotel was horrendous.
Was it?
It was. It was back in the day. I mean, it was. No, nowadays.
What was the toughest away game you played? Yugoslavia?
Belgrade was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely unbelievable in terms of the atmosphere. Very.
I should say Serbia now, but in those days.
Red Star Belgrade, and by the way, that was when they had a proper team.
Well, they were. That was their national side, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Prozinecki and Panchev, Mihailovic, all those boys. They won it that year, Champions League.
I always remember they always had a brilliant number 10.
Stankovic.
Oh, they had loads. Every team they had in terms of the national side had great 10s.
Yeah, and they had a big Romanian boy played centre back with them as well. His name escapes me. I'll have a look. Begins with a B. They were very, very good.
Right, talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Brazil Ally McCoist, and Arnold Clark with over 20,000 used cars online to choose from. They'll have the car for you, don't worry about that. Now there's a debate that's been causing carnage in the social media about who was the better centre-back in his prime. Was it John Terry or was it Virgil van Dijk?
Dear me.
It's escalated to the extent that John Terry was compelled to cut out Jermaine Pennant following the debate with O'Hara, the chunk, on Monday's show.
Are you genuinely sitting here and saying that Van Dijk's better than John Terry?
If you said you want John Terry or Virgil van Dijk, I'm having Virgil van Dijk all day.
Are you joking? Are you joking? Are you having a laugh?
Yes, guys, I've just got back from working at Chelsea today and trying to mind my own business, but been sent this by over 100 various different people throughout the day. Jamie O'Hara, who had my back, by the way, and Jermaine Pennant on talkSPORT this afternoon, debating who was better, myself, Rio, Vidic, or Virgil van Dijk. Now, guys, this is a debate that everyone's entitled to their opinion to. But, Pens, when you're on the radio and you're giving your opinion, you have to get the stats right. There's only one person that's got the most goals as a defender in Premier League history, and that's me. I also have the most clean sheets in Premier League history. And also, if you're comparing myself and Virgil, then I have more trophies than him as well. Also, you brought up a really good point. At the age of 34, 2014-15, I played every single minute of every game for Chelsea, winning the league in 2014-15 when Mourinho was our manager. So guys, this is over to you. I love the debate. I love being amongst it. I'm really proud of what I've done in the Premier League, but this is clearly over to you guys to settle the debate, but I'm just happy to be in and amongst it.
Is that his trophies behind him as well? Jermaine, shut up.
That is sensational for the big fella. That is brilliant for Big John. That is, and by the way, I tell you right now, there's no need to make a case for him. He's just made it himself.
Some great players there.
That was brilliant for the big man. That was, I mean, go on, you can't argue with that.
Where was it he got kicked in the face? Was that in the Champions League final?
He probably did it himself, man.
Remember that? He dived for a ball really low and got booted right in the face.
I mean, listen to those stats. I mean, I don't doubt
brilliant.
I mean, more goals, more trophies. I mean, more clean sheets. He was tremendous.
Mind you look at Rio there. You've
Rio sensational. Rio sensational. If you to pick two, dear me, right? If you to pick two as your centre back pairing, how did England not win anything with Rio and John Terry playing at back?
Well,
and Ashley Cole.
Don't know.
Ashley Cole's might be the best left back.
I told you before. I first
how did
watched,
England?
I mean, have a think Ashley about Cole, right? England had a debate about we've got to fill the number 3 shirt.
Oh man!
And I watched this young kid come on against Bayern Munich at Highbury, and I went, "There's your England number 3." He was brilliant. He was on the kid as well. Came
absolutely unbelievable. You think of the 3 of that back 4, and then you've got Gerrard, Scholes, and all that, and Frank.
They should have done.
I mean. That's incredible, isn't it? But what about those two, the centre-backs? Vidic was brilliant as well. And Van Dijk. I told you.
How do you feel about England winning it this year with the weather? Is that totally against them?
Well, it's not totally against them. But the heat,
one team.
The heat won't help them. I don't think.
Only one European team, wasn't it? Is one outside?
Is that? I didn't think
Europe,
there was any.
Yeah. No, there is. Was it Germany? One team of one outside.
Yes, you're right. They won in South America, didn't they? Yeah, they did. They scored the winning goal. The wee man scored the winning goal.
Muller?
No, it wasn't Muller. That was the wee fella, number 10. Come to me in a minute. See, this is where Ed's
Tom
hopeless.
Thumb. No, give me a clue.
It's a very short name. It's about 5 letters in it.
Sela?
No.
Sela?
No.
No.
Oh, that's agony. See, it's Ed's normally, but if it's music...
Ed doesn't get a clue. We'll come back later.
No,
you're just making it up.
But my point is this. England got a great team. I still don't think at this moment in time they're the best team in the tournament.
Do you? They've got a chance.
Well, they've got a chance. I think it's
if Harry stays fit, they've got a chance. And if he's fresh. It's the same old, well, the Germans have done it so many times, haven't they? So he's playing in Germany. If he's fresh and injury free, Harry should be a massive bonus.
Definitely, because he wasn't fit in the last Euros, was he?
Right, have we got any more? That's still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Doing what matters for the trade. Find your local branch at travisperkins.co.uk.
Mario Götze. I was unlucky.
Oh, I wouldn't have got that.
Yeah.
At around 8:30. No, you were going
Götze. Nah.
Around 8:30 this morning, we'll be forcing the 4-time Six Nations winner James Haskell to eat his words about the Tartan Army from Friday.
I think every year is Scotland's year in the Six Nations until it's not. Every year we hear about it. No, I'm just saying. Every year they've got a fantastic team. They've got great players. They've got a good coach. Every year if they get the first victory, everyone looks very excited for the second victory. Unfortunately, this year they haven't started particularly well.
Full-time score in Edinburgh: Scotland 31, England 20.
What a game that was! What a game! By the way.
Boys were brilliant, weren't they?
Oh,
what about Finn Russell?
Well, that pat.
Oh, I mean,
but he just patted it, and the winger was brilliant. What's the winger called? Stein.
Hugh Jones. Oh, Stein was superb, by the way. I thought. I mean, Hugh Jones a couple of tries, excellent. I thought Stein might be the man of the match, but you got to give it to Finn Russell. Finn Russell, that pass. But even for the third try, which was a mistake with the English boy, where he cuts inside and kicks it into the. And Ben White comes in, brilliant. I mean, it was great. It was just some performance. You and I were speaking about it beforehand, remember? Great, really good.
Haskell on the way in just under an hour. We'll also catch up with Chrissy Hughton.
Brilliant.
Trouble times for all his former clubs: Spurs, Brighton, Forest, dear oh dear. That was our breakfast preview with Travis Perkins Hire.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Bricks on bricks on bricks. Over 40 million available to order with delivery to site. That's one less thing to worry about.
I see Liverpool qualifying for the Champions League. I also see them going in a competitive run in the Champions League itself. And I think Arne Slot will be at Liverpool starting next season, and he should be, I think.
They say, I mean, his agent says, look, he's moved away from coaching now, and he's said to be very happy with his new role and environment. The only jobs I think would tempt him back into management are of the German national team or the English national team.
I don't disagree.
They're the two that I could see him
absolutely
coming back for.
Yeah.
I mean, Real Madrid, PSG. I mean, the Real Madrid's a big challenge for anybody, isn't it? And getting those kind of Galactico signings to do the running required, the heavy metal football. I think it would be a lot. And I know Klopp wasn't always the biggest fan of the media in the UK. The media around Real Madrid is
phenomenal.
Is insane. Yeah, it would.
Well, why would you risk your reputation in a job that is littered with the sort of carcasses of those who've gone before.
Yeah, and I guess, considering he was a direct rival of Pep Guardiola for several years, will he feel like maybe he should have more league titles, more Champions League titles? Because he
probably feels he should have more titles.
Would he like to get back into it maybe for that?
Yeah, maybe a little bit of that. But I mean, you've got to say, two of the best title races we've seen in years, they took Man City all the way, didn't they? I mean, and you could argue just a little bit unfortunate.
I've only got 5 hours today to kill. Got his goals out from Kazakhstan or something.
No. Major Annie got me reminiscing about Bloody Kafka, so I just thought I'd show you a couple of not bad headers.
Yeah.
That particular encounter.
talkSPORT breakfast. Right, what do we know this Wednesday morning? Trent Alexander-Arnold said the alleged racist abuse of Vinicius Junior during Real Madrid's Champions League match at Benfica was a disgrace to football. Must admit, Ali, is that the first time we've heard a Portuguese side do that? If that's the case?
No, I think the ones that were...
Because there's been problems in Spain in there, but in Portugal?
There's problems in Spain. There's a lot of problems. Was it the Balkans, kind of, in Serbia? And
terrible.
Yeah.
And Italy's had a proof.
Yeah, I know.
But not Portugal.
No.
Anyway, Henry Pollard has been handed his first test start as Steve Borthwick makes 3 changes to starting at 15 for England's Six Nations against Ireland on Saturday at the Alliance Stadium. It is a good game.
That's a big game, that now, mate, I'll tell you.
And now Forest are on to the 4th manager of the season, and the chosen one this time, former Wolves boss Vitor Pereira. Speaking yesterday at his Forest unveiling, Pereira admitted to making mistakes back at Wolves, but he believes it's made him a better manager.
For sure, I did mistakes and the club, and what I want to say is it was a fantastic experience for me. I respect a lot because they make me feel as a family, and I don't come here. I will not come here to speak about mistakes makes part of life. We know we need to learn with the mistakes, and move on, move forward. This is what I want to say about this league is this is a league that you must have everything to compete in this league.
Do you know what, Ali? I'm going to hold my hands up here. I don't know too much about Pereira. I don't. Sorry.
Oh, he did all right at Spurs, didn't he? Beg your pardon. Wolves then lost a good few players, but listen, mate. If you're going through 4 managers, before the business part of the season, right at the end, I think it tells you everything you need to know. And with the Forest fans a few of the Forest fans on yesterday saying, Sean Dyche had lost the dressing room. I just hate that statement.
No.
I absolutely hate that statement, because do you know what that is? That's an attack on the players more than it is an attack on Sean Dyche. I don't care what anybody says. What are you talking about, lose the dressing room? You got to play no matter who the manager or the coach is.
Sean's just trying to keep clean sheets and keep them up.
And I think he would have. I genuinely think he would have. I really do. I mean, it's a gamble, and only time will tell. Whether they stay in the league or not. I mean, they've got a big couple of weeks coming up. I know that. They're travelling to Turkey. I'm there on Thursday. They've got a big game. I think it's Fenerbahce on Thursday. And then I want to say they've got Liverpool coming up. So,
well, his first fixture, as far as boss, is live on talkSPORT 2. Excuse me, is live on talkSPORT 2 against Fenerbahce on Thursday night. Ooh. And then Mr. Marinakis is Greek, of course, against the Turkish side, Fenerbahce. Does it get any more difficult than that one?
Well, do you know something? I'm at the stage, and it'd be interesting to hear from the Forest fans. I don't think that game is of any real significance in the grand scheme of things. I wouldn't go as far to say it's a hindrance, but do you know something? They probably could do without it.
They got Liverpool next at home.
That's my point. Well, which of those two games do you think is the most important to Forest?
Ooh, Liverpool.
Got to be.
And Liverpool found form.
Yep. Liverpool, I thought, thoroughly deserved the victory. I was there on Saturday night. They look as though they've got a bit going for them again. Szoboszlai, different class. What a goal that was, incidentally. Curtis Jones looking the real deal.
Yeah.
I like Curtis Jones.
He scored. That was one of the rare goals he scored. Can you believe that?
Yeah, but do you know what was great about it? It was a left back crossed it for the right back.
Yeah.
And he scored 4 or 5 yards out. It was great.
Yeah.
I mean, Brighton, there's another team that a little
struggling.
bit. Yeah. I mean, he's not flavour of the month.
And yet played well, didn't they?
Oh, I thought they knocked the ball a bit well for the opening 45 minutes.
Yeah.
They did. Knocked it a bit well. Liverpool thoroughly deserved the victory enough. But getting back to Forest, I mean, what's more important to them, Alan? Of course it is. It's the game of the weekend.
So, Ali, what about Spurs then? Their new boss, Igor Chuda, his first game has come up against Arsenal this weekend at Tottenham. The last Spurs boss to open, the last Tottenham boss to open his tenure against the arch rivals was, you go back to Martin Yeo. Crikey. One thing I was going to say, what would you hope to see from Spurs?
Fight.
It's got exactly.
Fight.
That's the word right out of my mouth.
Fight.
They have got to,
100%.
Sleeves up from the first minute.
Listen,
come on, we don't roll over.
It should be a prerequisite when you're putting on the jersey, right? But particularly in a derby game, a North London derby game against your biggest rivals, who, with all intents and purposes, are looking to go and win the league.
So let's rewind a couple of hours. You're talking about Arsenal, the position they're in. This is a tricky one. Make no mistake.
Of course it is, Alan.
Tricky for Arsenal.
Well, and so it should be. And it should be made trickier by the attitude of the Tottenham players on the day of the game. I mean, if you're looking right now at both squads, Arsenal got a better squad.
Oh, without doubt.
By a country mile. But how many times have you and I...
City had a better squad than Tottenham.
Correct.
That second half was just unreal.
That's my point. How many times, particularly in derby games, Alan, have we seen teams just roll up the sleeves and get another 10-15% or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
I think that's the very least the Tottenham fans can expect at the weekend, is a completely all-in, spirited performance. And you know, it's like 9 times out of 10 you get a reaction. A team will get a reaction to a new manager. That's obviously what the Tottenham fans can hope for.
Well, I guarantee you now they're not excited about this fella. But let's give him a chance. Here's Chuda speaking for the first time after being appointed.
Of course, I'm coming here knowing that situation is not easy. There is no time to find excuses. What I said from the first day here, each of us, each of players need to give something more, something extra. It's not enough to just be aware of that. I like to be positive. I like to play offensive football. Of course, that's my first goal I have, that I like to score the goal, but in the same way, for sure, need to give organization in defense. Okay, give the clear structure of the what you want to play.
I mean, that's another one. You talk about, obviously, Pereira getting the Forest job, gamble. This is a gamble.
Yeah.
Because
I told you, Tony.
Well, they're in it, aren't they?
My friend Tony sent me his record, and it's
not great. It's not ideal, is it?
It's bad. I'm astonished he's got the job, to be honest.
Well, I know. I mean,
I'm astonished.
But the results, I mean, Tottenham, dear me, Alan. You think about Tottenham. get rid of the manager after winning a European trophy. You can bounce up and say whatever you like, right? Or the league position was terrible, this, that, the next performance is terrible. He won a European trophy, gets him into Champions League. You can see he almost, well, he did. I wouldn't say he gave up in the league, but he certainly prioritised the Europa League. Of that, there's no doubt. So, league performances, league results did take a bit of a going over. And then a lot of the Tottenham fans, I think, was a little bit of justification, wanted rid of him. I wouldn't have got rid of Big Ange. I definitely would have. And then, I'll tell you how much of a bad decision it was. You're getting rid of the next manager within about 4 or 5 months. That's how it's not a good decision.
Coming up, we bring you up to speed what happens next in regards to the alleged racism issue between Benfica, Jose Mourinho, Vinicius Jr., and also we'll turn attention to Saka's new contract. Plenty to come. That's coming next.
Let's go to Joey, who's a Spurs fan. All right, Joe?
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right, Joe. Igor Chuda, I've been waiting to get a Spurs fans on. What do you reckon?
I'm a bit concerned. Like, you know, look, if he does the job, he does the job. But he likes to play his three at the back with the wing backs. My problem is we haven't got enough centre backs to play at the back in the first place. So I think, you know, he knows what he's walking into, but I think once he's there and seen it, I think he's going to be a very frustrated man. But like, I wish him all the best. I hope he gets out of his trouble. Look, you know, I spoke to you last Tuesday about the situation after the Newcastle game, and you know, look.
The problem he's got though, Joe, he hasn't got time, right? He hasn't got time to figure out what his best team is. He ain't got time to figure out what players he can use and what positions they're best in. He's got to come in straight away with a philosophy and put it across to these players straight away.
And we're having the hardest time ever because, look, you know, if we get absolutely mauled by, you know, Arsenal, the fans are not going to give him time. You know, I would have preferred personally, you know, I said to you, you know, about the Highton, I would have preferred him to be there alongside.
He's got sacked.
Like, yeah, I know, and he got sacked as well, but I would like to see him stay there with someone like, you know, maybe Tim Sherwood or Harry Redknapp, just to have that good feel, good factor. So us fans have got something a bit more exciting to happen. You know, look, we don't know what this guy's going to bring. He might surprise us all. He might say, you know what? You know, he's got a plan up his sleeve. We're gonna play some nice football. You know, that's all we want. That's all our fans want to see. You know.
What football ground are you thinking of when someone says this?
Really tough place to go. Difficult place to go. Such a tough place to go.
It's a tough place to go at the moment.
It was a really difficult place to go, always.
But what are the toughest places to go, really? We've scoured the planet to find out. Forget a cold, wet Tuesday night in Stoke. Try playing in a blizzard 220 miles inside the Arctic Circle at the world's northernmost professional club. When Chelsea lost at Tromsø in Norway in the 97-98 Cup Winners' Cup, a massive snowstorm hit at half-time. These two boys and their brooms were absolutely no match for it. We're staying in Scandinavia for Scotland's toughest away day on a windswept cliff in the Faroe Islands. In Euro 2000 qualifying, Craig Brown's men were taken to fishing village Toftir. Kevin Gallagher called the pitch a cowfield and the wind like Pitodry on a bad day. The Faroe Islands part-timers equalised in stoppage time, leading to these absolute scenes, and still one of Scotland's most embarrassing results.
Daft little ground, silly game.
But away trips don't come any tougher than a lung-busting schlep up the Andes to face Bolivia in La Paz. But now the Bolivians have taken home advantage to another level. The country's highest city, El Alto, 4,100 metres above sea level. Grass doesn't even grow up here. Bolivia have not lost here yet. The longest unbeaten run in any professional league ever belongs to Red Star Belgrade, or Crvena Zvezda if you must. They've gone 7 years without defeat at the Rajko Mitic in Serbia's Superliga. Their fans are pretty intimidating as well, but they're not as loud as this mob. Galatasaray's Ali Sami Yen Stadium's officially the loudest in world football. In a derby with Fenerbahce, Galatasaray fans set a Guinness World Record of 131 decibels. That's louder than Motorhead, and pretty tough to carry out your manager's instructions when you can't even hear them. However, our most intimidating away day is in Wales, where cameras can't enter and players can't leave. HMP Prescoed. This prison team was briefly kicked out the Gwent League over concerns about young opposition having to go in there. Now that's a tough place to go.
Early June 1939, Germany, always a tough place to go to.
Judges.
You think so? There were plenty of people walking, weren't there?
Oh dear.
Every criminal on the planet, I hope I'm up before those two.
Oh, they'd be banged right up. 5 minutes after 8 o'clock, talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Browse the UK's best used car deals. Score your dream car today. Check out the website for more detail. Right, here we go. On the way this morning, we'll speak live to former Spurs, Brighton and Forest man Chrissy Hughton as the trio looks set to play the part in the Premier League relegation dogfight. 12 games left and only 7 points separating 18th and 14th. Look at that table. Oh, you'll all see exactly what an Englishman eating humble pie sounds like when we catch up with 4-time Six Nations winner with England, James Haskell, who reckons he's got a bad signal. What was that, boys? As well as Scottish snooker legend Johnny Higgins. Now, though, it's advantage. Real Madrid in the Champions League playoff against Benfica, but the big story this morning, a 1-0 victory was marred by an incident in the aftermath of Vinicius Junior's brilliant goal. The Brazilian reported alleged racist abuse following an interaction with Benfica's Gianluca Prestiani, who's Argentinian. Play halted for around 10 minutes. talkSPORT's Angelina Kelly has the full story.
Real Madrid saw their Champions League knockout phase playoff match at Benfica halted for 10 minutes after Vinicius Jr. reported alleged racist abuse. Moments before the incident, the player had scored a brilliant goal, the only goal of the game, and celebrated by dancing at the corner flag. The referee decided this was an excessive celebration and he cautioned the player. Benfica's Gianluca Prestiani pulled his shirt over his mouth and seemingly said something to Vinicius Jr. that he deemed to be racist. The player reported racial abuse to the referee, who followed UEFA protocol by taking the two teams off the pitch. The most shocking statements came post-match from Benfica boss Jose Mourinho, who had been given a red card in the game for dissent. He stated, "A stadium where Vinicius plays, something happens always." He was asked if Vinicius incited the players and fans, to which he replied, yes. Mourinho also said that the goal should have been celebrated in a respectful way. In response to those comments, former Real Madrid and AC Milan midfielder Clarence Seedorf has accused him of making a big mistake. Here's European football expert Kevin Hatchard.
What I don't want to happen is this same old tired narrative that Vinicius Jr. brings this stuff on himself. He doesn't. He can celebrate how he wants. He can act, within reason. And what I mean by within reason is, within the laws of the game. He's doing nothing wrong. If he wants to dance after a goal, let him dance after a goal.
This is not the first time this has happened to the player, with at least 9 other incidents where there have been allegations of racism, with some resulting in prison sentences. For now, this remains an allegation and we await the referee's report on the game.
I must admit, you're allowed to celebrate. What about the Celtic winner?
I didn't see it, mate.
Oh, you did see it?
No, I didn't. I was in my bed. It was 3 a.m. They scored, did they not?
No. No, the Celtic goal.
That's what I'm talking about. Was it not 3 a.m? You eventually got it in. I thought I'll try and explain this joke again to you, right?
Oh, dear.
By the way, Jovski's been on to let me know. Brilliant. Thanks very much, Jovski. The lad I was talking about was Dijk, right? And he reminded me, not only did he win a Champions League European Cup with that great Red Star Belgrade team, he won it with a great Stoya Bucharest team, with Haji and Lakatush and all those boys as well.
Haji.
He was a terrific centre-back, playing against them on numerous occasions.
Yeah. Who was it?
Haji was brilliant, wasn't he?
I'll try to get the Red Star 10.
Stojkovic. Mihailovic.
Before him. Must have been before him. Brilliant.
Got it.
Who?
Played with Real Madrid. And I think he scored the only goal of the game in a Champions League final. Savicevic.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, and there's another one as well. It's not the one I was thinking of. They just had brilliant 10s.
Yeah.
They did. And by the way, that's Yugoslavs. But the Croatians, God, talk about a tough race. Talk about a tough race.
Some great teams.
Oof.
That Yugoslavia team was fantastic. We played them over by. We drew Moscow. We drew one each of them at Hampden. And I think they beat us over there 2-1. We got a goal this life for nothing right now. They were a great side. Great side.
It was the Celtic beat Dukla Prague.
Yeah, that's right. You beat them in the
Vojvodina. That's who I was thinking of. They beat Vojvodina as well.
In the year you won the European Cup?
Was it the year or was it the year they got the final?
You beat those household names. You did really well beating those teams.
They were big teams.
I think you been knocked out. Luxembourg champions, wasn't it?
That Leeds United side in the semi. That's the one you think of, isn't it?
Did you beat the Luxembourg champions?
No. We beat Leeds, right? Okay. With the second biggest
crowd in the world, in the universe.
Second biggest.
Your entire school there. Your entire school was there, no?
You know the biggest was? So it was 134 at Hampden.
Yes, I do. Celtic Aberdeen.
Correct. 144 or something, wasn't
Correct. And I'll tell you something else. My old physio at Sunderland played up front with Celtic that day. Old Johnny Waters, old Jackie Waters.
Really?
Yep. What a character old Johnny was, old Jackie Waters. I think he played he certainly played in the Celtic team that day. What a character. What a lovely man.
They were great. European nights were great, weren't they?
I still are. Somebody sent me footage, Alan. Last night I was watching it. Of Ibrox in the semi-final when they beat to get to the final against Frankfurt. Was it the Leipzig game? I mean, some of the nights in Glasgow, Celtic Park, Ibrox are just Amazing, eh? Absolutely amazing.
They sure were. Right, Bakio Sanya signed a new 5-year deal at Arsenal. In excess, he'll get over 300 grand a week. And Arsenal have just heard in the news, didn't we? They're just putting the season tickets up for Cat 1 games next year in Europe.
Well, they've got to get the money back somehow, haven't they?
300 grand a week. Ali, what would you do with that? Seriously.
Aye.
So it got to the stage now people are different now, you just invest it. But the problem is, where do you invest it? These kids now trust people to invest their money.
Yeah, but that's an obscene amount of money.
1.2. That's just
1.2 million a month.
That's just his basic. You'll have other add-ons. You'll have boot money. You have this. You'll have that.
I know.
He won't be going to have him more. Lunchtime speech like you do. 3 days a week.
There's something not right about it, is there? You know what I mean? It can't be right.
That's frightening, isn't it?
Scary.
Brilliant. Anyway, moving on. He's now Arsenal's top earner. His England winger has signed a new 5-year deal worth at least 78 million. Listen, the kid had nothing when he went there, so well done. Good luck to you.
And he's a great player and a great kid. Yeah. Absolutely.
Is Saka still starting on that right in the summer for you? I'm not sure you're humming and hawing, aren't you, for England?
Yeah, I'm humming and hawing. Genuinely am. I mean, I love him, and he's not done an awful lot to get out the team. And Thomas Tuchel.
What don't you like about him then?
No,
is he not direct enough?
It's not. It's not what I don't like about him. It's the complete opposite. It's what I like about Madueke. I just think Madueke commits more people to, in an attacking area. And I think he gets by people. I mean, Saka's been brilliant. I mean, I don't think there's a right or wrong here. All I'm doing is I'm making a case for Madueke, who I think's a top player. I really do. And I think it'd be interesting to hear the Arsenal fans see what they think. Because remember, Madueke went there at the start and it was humming and hawing and we don't fancy this, ex-Chelsea, and we don't fancy that kind of thing. And he's won them over. So it'd be interesting. I mean, what a wonderful dilemma to have if you're Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, now I don't know about this, right? They've just slung this in here.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say is you've got to do a little Virgin Radio with me about a few 60s, 70s, 80s.
I'd love it,
a few
mate.
stories, right? Because coming up, we're going to turn our attention to the world of music as a certain Virgin Radio legend show is challenging Chris Evans for the most listeners on the station. Get away. I'm not having this. Get off.
Judge this as you see fit. And again, I'll explain it. A video circulating on social media has showed an Arsenal fan approach Arteta and his wife, who are sitting in the car in traffic. And he goes up to the driver's window with Arteta sitting there saying, "I have a shirt. I really need you to sign this for my son." This was it.
For my son. Can you sign this? Please, please. It's for my son. Can you sign the signature on the Arsenal jersey? My son loves this. Please, Arteta. Arteta, please, just... Arteta.
Coach, bro.
Just one signature. One signature, bro, please. It's for my son. Just one signature. Please, Mikel, please. It's for my son. For my son, please, please. My son loves you so much.
Well, that was that. And as far as we gather, he didn't get the shirt signed. And Mikel put the car in gear and off he went. Is there a difference here, Simon? The Chelsea players walking by the mascots. Mikel sitting in traffic in a public place, obviously, but deciding, no, I'm not.
Virgin Radio legends.
Okay, no, this is talkSPORT Breakfast. It's 8:18, Wednesday, the 18th of February. Alan, Big Al with you this morning. If you don't know already, you should. Alan Brazil is creating Radio Gold over in Virgin Radio. Radio Gold, I tell you. Yeah. And he's back this Saturday over in Virgin Legends, and again at 10 p.m. on Virgin UK. Ed, it's time to make that noise, that cash register thing. Come on, Ed.
You got to do a wee bit with me.
Ed,
it's great fun.
I'd love to do it, mate. I'd love to do it. Let's have a quick little listen to Alan showing off his musical prowess about Edison Lighthouse, kind of.
The brilliant Edison Lighthouse. I've got my head here, North East. Were they from the North East? Let me know. Right. I've had a rollicking here. Edison Lighthouse, Brazil are not from the northeast. Pause it. Where do you think they were from?
I'll be honest with you, I'd have said the exact same. But then they're clearly not. So I'm thinking, it's Lindisfarne.
It's London. Is it London?
Well, Lindisfarne.
I've had a rollicking here. Edison Lighthouse, Brazil are not from the northeast. Tony Burrows, lead singer, was from Devon. That must be where the lighthouse was. Well, I'll wriggle and wriggle.
The house just at Lizard Point, by the way, and you've got him for the northeast.
It's great, honestly. You go, I can't believe that.
But we need to. I've got to come on because I think you were getting mixed up with Lindisfarne. Remember Lindisfarne?
No, Lindisfarne's up north. They're
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, well, that's
no.
Anyway, you're wrong with another one. We all know Alan is a fountain of musical knowledge, and here he is smashing another game of Beat the Intro.
As the rules go, you hear the first bit of the song. You have to name the artist, and you get an extra point for naming the song.
Go on then.
All right, DJ James, let's do it.
Yeah, Tim Shady or what his name is.
There's no danger you called him Tim Shady.
Yeah, I was thinking of Celtic Tim and a few things and stuff.
Would the real Tim Shady please stand up? Do you remember?
On with there, I was like, well, I've never heard it before.
Do you remember the sketch on, what do you call it? God help me. The comedian Northeast. I met Manchester show about the social club. Help me out, come on.
Not
Peter Kay. Peter Kay. Right. Oh man alive. When they did the what do you call it? No New Faces, that kind of programme in the social club. It was one of the best things you'll ever see in your life. And the boy's doing Tim Shady, right? And he's singing away, he's going, well, please stand up. And all the old boys Phoenix Nice. All the old boys are going like getting up at the seat. It is absolutely priceless. Absolutely priceless. No, don't forget, for more expert musical insight, Big Al will be back from 6 p.m. in Virgin Legends this Saturday. We are now going to head over to Corlin Dave Stevens.
Tim Shady or what?
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18 plus, gamble aware at all.
Let's go to the odds with Coral and Shady Dove, Dave Stevens. Morning, Steve-O.
Steve-O!
Gentlemen, once again, I joined the show when it's all gone absolutely in a different direction. I was going to come on and say, Terry Devlin, take a bow. 2 goals from right back.
Oh, what a result.
After the stick you gave us yesterday, Ali, what a performance that was.
I tell you, it was needed, but what a result that is, seriously.
Yeah, it is. Puts us 4 points clear now of the drop zone with one more game in hand, so a lot more positive this morning. But yeah, the musicals are Al, your show on Virgin genuinely is brilliant. Because you know me, I love my music.
You do like your music, yeah.
Particularly, going back to the 80s and late 70s, early 90s, great era.
Yeah. I'll get Ali on there one day.
Oh, I'd love it. Yeah. I'd love it. Because you and I both, Steve, we love our music, but I love his music.
He's very good. He's very good as well. So, Steve, we're hoping to get, hopefully we're going to talk Cheltenham. We can talk, but we got a great guest coming on as well.
Who have you got?
Nico de Boinville. How's that?
Nico de Boinville.
As you can see, Steve, things are running smoothly this morning.
Well, no, listen, the problem is when you have jockeys that are riding out and they've got delays and stuff like that.
But the fact he's written down on your sheet there would have been easy for you to mention.
Yeah, but I've got about 20 shades. Look at all this.
If I look at Nico de Boinville or Tim Shady coming on, we've not worked out yet, Steve. We might have Tim Shady coming on.
Steve, we're talking about Nicky Henderson. Big gamble was landed yesterday.
Was it? I was at the Grand National Weights lunch. Would you come on to what was this? What was the big gamble yesterday?
Where is it? I've written it down. Oh, look at this. I've got too much gear here.
You're writing too many notes, Al. You don't work well with notes. It's not your style.
It was called, as the fella says. The fella says. Big gamble. From something like 12s down to favourite.
Oh, nice touch on a Tuesday. But you mentioned Nico de Boinville. He, of course, will be hoping Constitution Hill gets into the race at Southwell on Friday. Declarations are happening now, so we'll know at 10 o'clock. It's going to be right on the line. I think he needed one more to come out. So it'll be interesting what those other trainers do, whether they sort of try and help Nicky out or...
Steve-O, surely.
I don't know. Honestly, Al, it's 40-grand race. These connections are entitled to have a go.
But what about the ones with no chance?
Well, the money's there, isn't it? You know. But listen, Constitution Hill, 3-1 for the champion hurdle. Obviously, this race at Southwell on Friday is on the flat. Oisin Murphy, the champion flat jockey's already been booked to ride him. So we'll know, as I say, at 10 o'clock. But I mentioned...
Steve, sorry to interrupt you, mate. Constitution runs, right, wins. What's it cut to?
He can't go much shorter, Ali, because it's a flat race.
Yeah.
And all it'll tell us is he's fit and well.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of know that. So I don't think he would shorten
that much.
Hardly anything. Yeah. Look, the New Line and Brighter Days Ahead are 5-2 joint favourites. Lossiemouth 11-4.
Wide
it's not
open.
no bet.
Wide
so
open.
it is so wide open that day. Look, Golden Ace, the reigning champion, she's underestimated. She obviously won it last year in dramatic style, but she does get round and she does finish her races. But I was at, St George's Hall in Liverpool yesterday for the Grand National Weights. Iroko, trained by Oliver Greenwell and Josh Guerrero in Cheshire for JP McManus. The handicapper admitted he doesn't know quite what to do with this horse. He thinks there's probably more to come, and he's 5-1 favourite.
What's the is it Manila something or what? I picked one out and I've forgotten already.
Not Monty Star.
No. It's one of the favourites.
By the way, Steve, I can see that smile on your face. You never thought you'd see the day Big Al would fall victim to his own meticulous preparation, would you?
It's these notes, honestly.
Steve, it's one of the favourites.
No, I am Maximus, second favourite.
That's it.
Won the race 2 years ago.
That's
top
it.
weight.
I am Maximus.
Another one for JP. Nick Rocket, last year's winner. They've had a bit of an interrupted prep with him, but that's all to come, obviously, after a brilliant 4 days at Cheltenham. Which, we're looking forward to say. Constitutional on Friday night. We'll know tomorrow whether he's going to run or not.
It is so open, isn't it, Steve-O? You look. What are we doing to get us off to a flyer? The tapes go up, the roar, the Cheltenham roar in the Supreme. What are we backing?
We're backing Nicky Henderson's Old Park Star. The home team, Team UK, are going to get off to a flyer.
Yeah.
Nicky's going to win the first 2 races with Old Park Star and Lulamba. Sorry, that's what we hope might happen if we're Nicky Henderson
You
fans.
seem quite buoyant about the home challenge this year, Steve. You don't mind me
For
saying
the first two races, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see us going 2-0 up and then Ireland
crumbling.
strike back.
Then crumbling.
Which listen, could be a similar story at Wolves tonight. Give Wolves any hope? 9-1?
No.
Top v bottom? No. 130
Do
on Arsenal, 90. No, I don't. I mean, look, it was a blip when Arsenal drew with Brentford, but Brentford are a different kettle of fish.
That's my point, Steve. I said to him, that's not necessarily a bad result. Arsenal drawn
I
at
know
Brentford.
that, but Arsenal should be 9 points clear. They're not. This is not over, Steve.
All the while, City have a sniff of it, given they've been there, done it. It's really tight now, Al. 4-11 Arsenal, 9-4 Manchester City. Two-team race for that title. But if Manchester City they stay within 4 points, they will always think that they've got a chance.
What about the Scottish title? What about the big title race, Steve? What can you give us?
Oh, you might have gone a bit early there, Ali.
Oh, sorry,
Celtic
mate.
are even money favourites.
Are they?
Yeah. You weren't expecting that, were you?
Oh, no. Well, to be fair, they're playing an hour each half nowadays up with Celtic, so they've got more time to do it, mate. An hour each half. First half.
Steve, don't listen to him.
Second half. Second half finished at 3 in the morning against
Please tell me
Kilmarnock.
Hearts are still second favourites, Steve.
No, and then you're not going to be happy. No, it's even money Celtic, 2-1 Rangers, and then poor old Hearts who sit top.
Well, get your money out for a change.
An extra point. How can Rangers be a point behind Celtic?
Well, that's how we see it at the moment. Newcastle tonight, long way to go in it. Not been good on their travels, but look, they're still 2-5 to win, which I'm slightly surprised about.
Loads of injuries, Steve.
Karabakh 11-2, 4-1 the draw.
4-1 the draw for a bit of fun.
Yeah, and the most important thing is we do make Newcastle 25-1 on to qualify, which fundamentally is what matters. But I think it's going to be a case of having to get the job done second leg back at St James's Park.
Yeah, Steve, someone was talking to me with the Craven the other day. They want a table. We're only around the corner. You wouldn't think it with the cold mornings, the dark mornings.
Oh, I know, mate.
But any Guineas news?
No, it's you know what? Normally at this time of year, you start hearing the rumours, particularly if Maiden O'Brien, what might be working well. But at the moment, it's 7-1 the field in the 2,000 guineas, which is as it should be. There wasn't a standout 2-year-old last year, Al, and I think that's reflected in that. But you're right. Listen, it will come around quickly once we get the brilliant 4 days at Cheltenham out of the way. Saw John Joe at the National Weights Lunch. He's looking forward to seeing you all again on the Monday, and then we move down there obviously on the Tuesday. So. Not long at all now.
It's going to be fabulous. Steve, have a great day.
Steve, good to see you. Well done last night, mate.
Thank you, fellas.
Dave Stevens from Coral there. So don't forget, daily download with Coral UK, only 18+ gambleaware.org, and more odds throughout the day and the next few days, building up to Cheltenham. Cheltenham's, it's amazing how quickly it comes.
Isn't it? It's wonderful. It really is.
It's the best few days. This weather. We should be.
It will pick up. I can't stay. It's been terrible. It has been poor, hasn't it? But it will.
And I would love to see Constitution Hill get in. Get his run.
So would I. So would I. Be a great story, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Okay, coming up 8:30.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18+ gambleaware.org.
Before you leave us, Jason, here's a question. Can you separate Tyson from John?
No, because John Fury won't allow you to.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'd like to, but John Fury won't allow it. Every time you try to, he's in there flipping tables and stuff like that. So, unfortunately, John Fury won't allow you to separate the two. You know that if you have one, you've got to have the other.
Jason, thanks. That was a great call. Thank you for that. Tom's a Leeds United fan, no doubt a boxing fan as well. What are you making of all of this then, Tom? The Furies are back, but you know what comes back with it.
Oh, yeah. Big John, honestly. Hiya, gents. I think that...
Morning.
I just think Tyson needs to sit and have a word with his dad, doesn't he? He needs to say, Dad, just shut up. Like, the fact is, in the first fight when he fought Usyk, there was massive criticism that listening to his dad in the corner cost him the fight because he was in there yapping, saying, do this, do that, telling him what to do. And John's like this every time. The man is an absolute nutter. He needs reining in. Like, honestly, the thing is, he was headbutting that little plastic cage face-off thing when Tommy was fighting KSI. He flipping headbutted one of Usyk's trainers when they were all waiting just to, they were chanting at each other and he had to headbutt one of them. Yeah. Now he's doing this. It's like, the fact is, Tyson Fury is at the back end of his career. It's nice to see him back in boxing. I always said this, and I'm not like good at predicting stuff, not like you guys, but I always said as soon as he loses to Usyk, it'll be, there's a reason why. He's not big enough of a man to just say, look, he won.
Over the last few years, Formula One has gone from elitist and insular to a global entertainment brand. The transformation's down to American investment group Liberty Media, who cultivated a new image for the sport since buying it in 2016. Better access to drivers, improved content on social media, and tapping into the US market have given F1 a massive boost in both attention and revenues. But is everyone happy? The fans certainly are, as evidenced by Drive to Survive. Almost 7 million people per season have tuned in to get all the gossip and all the drama from the paddock. The extra exposure means the drivers can demand a higher salary too. In 2010, the top drivers were earning $20 million a year, which isn't bad. But now, the very best earn 3 times that, with Max Verstappen getting a whopping $65 million in 2025. But money doesn't always buy happiness. Some drivers, including Verstappen, don't like the pageantry the changes have brought about. In Las Vegas in 2023, Verstappen said the drivers were made to look like clowns, and the event was 99% performance and 1% race. Some purists who still watch the sport feel the same, and that the spirit of competition has suffered. But Formula One and Liberty Media don't look like slowing down anytime soon. So expect more races, major events and exclusive access in future.
Away. Many adverts you do. I try to do my head in there.
The adverts. Listen.
No, your adverts. Some of the adverts. I'm
right, you crazy, don't they?
I'm nearly booting my telly in.
Listen, one of the boys is sent in it's brilliant. It's Tim Shady.
Oh yeah.
One of the Celtic lads. I think his name's Ali, funnily enough. Too long to read out, Ali, but it's brilliant. It's the Tim Shady, and it's all the lyrics are changed to make it a Celtic song. It's quite
clever
good.
people out there, by the way.
Very good. That's good, but it's too good to read out, so I'm not reading it out.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan McCoist and Arnold Clark. Oh, God, there's so many people out my way have got this.
We've always got it as well.
It's just a little virus, isn't it?
No, it's a bit of a getting about, pal.
And I've done nothing. I've sat about all day.
But the weather's not helped either now. I mean, we're speaking about it. It's been a lot colder.
I'm getting a rollicking all the time. Get off, you fat ass. Get out there and have a walk. Walk. It's like -1 out there and the wind's blowing. I said, what's my name? Scott of the Antarctic. I'm staying here in front of the fire.
Oh, I know. What are you watching? You said that thing you're watching is not very good. You're not happy?
Was it Sinners or something?
I've never seen it.
Weird. Oh,
is it one of these you need to watch to get into it?
No, you just can't get into it. Not for me.
Mind you, it took me ages to get into one of the best ones of all time.
The Night Managers, I love that. It's not.
Did you do Breaking Bad?
Of course, yeah. Brilliant.
But it took me a while to get into that. The same, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, there was an episode. Remember that fly was buzzing about? It was the worst episode I've ever seen in my life.
It was so boring.
It was horrendous. But this fly was flying about infecting the drugs and all that stuff. But it was, I mean, that series was tremendous.
Have you seen the series Improve Your Line Out? Because that's really good.
Oh, I know. And I watched that.
It was first filmed in Italy. It was terrible. Then it went to Edinburgh. It was really good.
And then there's a new series out, Rugby Shocks. Have you seen that?
He's going to put the phone down. talkSPORT Breakfast with Ali. It was a great day to be Scottish on Saturdays. We sent England packing back from Murrayfield as the Scots once again stuffed England in the Calcutta Cup. Meanwhile, England have won only 2 of the last 9 Calcutta Cups, winning only once at Murrayfield in the last 10 years. After we've been beaten by Italy and Rome, all the England fans come out. There was thousands in Edinburgh, wasn't there?
Oh, millions.
One England legend, James Haskell, actually joined us last Friday and properly put his neck right on the line. I wonder how that went.
As a rugby player, we never trash talk, we never get very excited. But I changed it this season. I was like, do you know what? I put my neck on the line and said England to win the Grand Slam.
28 minutes gone. Scotland 24, England 10. It's the ghosts of Calcutta Cups past that are haunting England.
I think this side is very confident. I think I'm sick of Omen and Aaron. So yes, I think the game is England-France Grand Slam.
Scotland 31, England 13. England's nightmare in Edinburgh continues.
I think every year is Scotland's year in the Six Nations until it's not.
Scotland are up and running. They battered England.
England to win the Grand Slam.
England's dreams of a title hang by a thread. Grand Slam aspirations up in smoke. Full-time score in Edinburgh. Scotland 31, England 20.
And send them over, they think again.
James.
Yes.
Hello. The first thing we've got is you've no idea how devastated we are that you can't join us in the studio this morning.
I know, lads. I would have loved to come in, but listening to your film review and TV series review, I wouldn't give up the day job, lads. This is what I just heard. I heard this. There's a bit of a cold going around. Hey, do you like that Breaking Bad? Yeah, there's a Breaking Bad with a flake. The worst episode I've ever seen. I was like, what's going on here? I hate the adverts. I almost kicked the TV. I hate the adverts. I was like,
by the way, James, there's no way in the world I could have seen that coming. No, after Italy, no chance.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Listen, to be honest with you, Scotland were brilliant, and I think what I said in my bit before was, look, you never put your neck on the line. It's not the done thing in rugby to like trash talk like boxers or MMA fighters or anybody. You know, you don't ever have that confidence. And obviously, Henry Pollock is a guy that's sort of doing some good bits for England. I just got high on my own supply, and I thought this is a good idea. We're going to put a neck on the line. But I did caveat that is you know, Scotland have broken so many hearts, particularly English hearts, up at Murrayfield. I didn't see it coming, but I thought they were utterly tremendous, and they did exactly what I said. If they did it, England would be in trouble, which was unbelievable discipline, lots of pressure, force cards from England, look after the ball, set piece goes well, put pressure in those areas, and they did exactly that. And then the massive turning point was the George Ford charge down drop goal.
James, where were you? You spoke about discipline there. Where were you with the red card? But it's a strange one, isn't it?
Yeah, I did. Look, I'm very. I thought Holly Davidson was brilliant, and not obviously in the Six Nations, not in that game. Sorry, I got confused. But that for me that game in particular, to yellow card someone straight off the bat with no warning, no nothing in the opening of a game, for me was too much, particularly when I watched it back. I thought he did brilliantly, tackled, got back to his feet, looked like he sort of released and went to compete. For me, that was like a textbook manoeuvre, so I don't really know why that was brought up and why that was a yellow card. So I feel very sorry for Henry Arundel getting pulled off like that.
What about then? So England have got to pick themselves up against the Irish, can they?
Pollock back in the team.
Yeah, do you know what? I think, look, we talked about Ireland when they went to Italy being actually a really big test, and I thought Italy are fantastic. They're my favourite team to watch now in the Six Nations. They've got flair, they've got ability, they've got excitement. They pushed Ireland pretty hard, and I think that the class and ability of Ireland won out in the end, but they didn't look great. But this is a massive occasion. I think both teams now slightly hurting, under a little bit of pressure. But England aren't under pressure per se, because they've won so many consecutive games back to back. And unfortunately, sports fans have short memories. They want champagne rugby, they want trophies, they want impeccable performances and never to lose, and that's by half time. So, we just got to be a bit careful and go, look, this is one blip. Every good team loses. Now, do they follow it up with a good performance against Ireland? And Ireland need a good performance against England, so it's all to play for.
James, just sorry, Alan, before we go too far away from it. How do we work out the line-outs in Rome were diabolical for Scotland? I mean, shocking.
Weather would come into it. Weather would come into it, surely.
Murrayfield, I couldn't believe the difference.
Yeah. So, do you know what? This is the one thing that I think people who play professional sport, you guys both will understand, is that sometimes it can be just down to emotion, a little bit of intent, a little bit of focus, needing something to really galvanise you. I know it sounds silly, but, when you're playing that volume of games on, through a season, you can't do all on emotion. I think things like the line out, the weather would have hindered it, the homework the Italians would have done to put pressure on it. And sometimes you just have those days because you're trying to get, 8 players to click in a formation, and that can be quite tricky sometimes, mentally, physically. Sometimes people aren't up for a game, don't know reason why, but then they come out and have a reaction. Now, if you ask yourself, what could Gregor Townsend changed in a week? Well, the honest answer is probably not a lot. It would have been down to emotion, intent, and all the mental ability of each player would have risen, and that's why they performed.
James, amazing looking at it. I mean, I think maybe France aside, I agree with you. I watched Italy and Ireland. I thought they were a little bit unlucky. They really were. Forward pass for the try, which was disallowed. But I want to ask you, have we seen anything so far that would make us change our mind regarding France? Because I thought the French first half in the opening game against Ireland was as good as I've seen rugby played in the Northern Hemisphere in a long time.
So let's be very clear. Based on last week, I know nothing about anything. I just had to be free. I just had to be free this morning. You couldn't get any decent rugby players on, and I'm really cheap. I was like, listen, get me on. I'm unemployed. But I would say, in my limited expert opinion, France are just absolutely sensational at the moment. I think they're playing some incredible rugby. They look at the top 14 as a league. They're doing great things. It's filtering into this French side. I think, they have the discipline. They have the performance. They've got such devastation across it. But I will say this. Every team in this top 7 or top 8 can beat each other on the day. You even see it with South Africa. South Africa are the best team in the world, but they will lose the occasional game. The rest of the field is slightly tighter, and we see it every now and then, but I think this is definitely France's year. But I said that about England, so don't put money on me because I'm useless.
We're going to get you on to discuss that fly episode in Breaking Bad, James. Next, if that's all right.
Yeah, well, I actually thought I tuned into Harry Enfield and Paul Whitehouse, those 2 old blokes in a retirement home, just going. I didn't know what I was watching.
Well,
I tried to change the channel.
Well, James, perhaps you should have done, because they actually fish for fish, not for old tin boots and stuff in canals, if I remember right.
You do remember. Again, why was I doing that? Nothing else to do.
James, top man.
Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for coming on, mate. Take care.
Thank you.
Good sport.
Brilliant.
Haskell. Right, with Forest and Spurs in real trouble, going to be joined by former boss of both clubs, Chrissy Hughton, as he'll give his view on who is the more likely to go down. That was a breakfast preview with our good friends at Travis Perkins Hire.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. With 250 hire branches nationwide, it's easy to hire at Travis Perkins.
You know, it costs nothing.
Yeah.
You know, it costs absolutely nothing, and it's amazing. You maybe underestimate how much it means to people, those kids, you know, for sitting there. Imagine the kid in the playground, you know, so-and-so come up and said hello to me, he patted me on the head. Just,
yeah.
I'm loath to use the word wee things like that, because those wee things are actually big things in the grand scheme of things, Jeff. And that is not a good look at all.
Yeah.
I mean, what does it take to come out your way and walk and give the kids a wee high five on the way through?
I have to say, there's been a lot of fuss has been made about absolutely nothing, in my opinion. Here, I don't think they saw them. They all had their headphones on. They're completely oblivious to it. And all these players, they're walking past millions of people every day. If they had to stop and look at everyone to make sure they weren't upsetting someone, they would never get to where they're going.
No, and look, there's two parts to this for me. One, I was in that position as a young boy, and you wanted to touch them or, you know, have sort of interaction with them. I don't honestly think many of the players saw them. I heard Ali and Jeff talk about this morning, and I'm like, oh, where was that? How have I missed that? And then I see it, I'm looking at them. I don't think they see them. Now, if you really want those mascots to be seen, don't hide them around a corner, because that's where they were. I think there was faux outrage. People love to be outraged, love to be offended. If they had walked past them and they saw them, then I think there's some merit in it. But I'm not convinced, by the way. They even see them. They don't even look at them. No, I'm not. People love to be outraged, mate. I've seen loads of people jump on this bandwagon. It's not a good optic if they saw them.
Okay, 9 minutes to 9 o'clock, talkSPORT breakfast. Ali McCoist alongside me. What do we know this Wednesday morning? Right, let's start with England winger Saka has signed a new 5-year contract with Arsenal until 2031. A new Forest manager, Vitor Pereira, has claimed he created fire with owner Markinakis, when working together back. Of course, they worked together at Olympiacos.
Absolutely.
And Vinicius Junior scored a brilliant winner for Real Madrid against Benfica last night.
I tell you what a goal it was.
Champions League. But
Alan,
the game,
some finish.
Oh, yeah.
It's some finish, obviously overshadowed.
After, here we go again, an alleged racist abuse. Vinicius then walked off the pitch, was followed by his teammates before play restarted 10 minutes later. Jose Mourinho, who was sent off on the night, said that after the game, I told Vinicius, when you score a goal like that, you just celebrate and walk back. When he was arguing about racism, I told him the biggest person in the history of this club, Eusebio, was black. So, to get more on this, amongst other things, let's say a very good morning to former Newcastle, Brighton and Spurs, of course, Forest manager and Tottenham player, Republic of Ireland, of course, won 2 FA Cups and UEFA Cup in '84 with Spurs, Chrissy Hughton. Chrissy, good morning.
Chris, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Ali. Good morning, Al. No, I'm very good, thank you. Very good.
All good, Chris, yeah?
Yes, no, all good, all good. Watching a lot of games at the moment, keeping us as busy as possible, as you know, Al. So, no, all good, thanks, all good.
Chris, where do we start? With all these managers, crikey, it's getting beyond the joke, Chrissy.
Well, I think it's a consequence of the times. The fact to stay in the Premier League has become so important financially for these clubs. The ownership of clubs is, of course, very different to what it used to be. It's very much a business, and teams will panic, and clubs will panic if there's any thoughts that at some stage they might not be in the Premier League.
Chris, I tell you where I'm with me. I mean, the fact that Forest are on the 4th manager, Tottenham get rid of Big Ange, he wins the Europa League, they bring Thomas Frank in, they get rid of Thomas Frank. The one that the line that kills me, mate, is, I mean, the Forest guys have been, sending messages in saying Sean Dykes lost the dressing room. I mean, what do you think of that statement, first of all?
For me, Ali, it's a statement that is used quite a lot. It's, for me, never the case. It's a question of results, and it's a results business. And Sean, as well as what I know Sean is that one thing he would be good in that changing room. Correct. And certainly it would be a changing room, not just Sean, but the staff that he brought in as well, because they would be hugely important. Yep. Around the place, but it's a comment that's branded around generally when things are not going so well, and for things not to go so well can be a multitude of reasons. Yeah. But certainly knowing Sean as I do and other managers, then I certainly wouldn't see that being the case.
I think so, mate. I just think it's a lazy comment. He's lost the dressing room. What happened to players taking personal pride no matter who the manager or the coach was? I don't buy it at all, Chris. I don't, mate.
Well, I'm quite sure this wasn't a comment that a player has identified himself in saying. I presume this is a comment that's been thrown about, and a very, very easy comment to be thrown about.
Chrissy, what about just take Tottenham before we move on? We'll talk about Vinicius Jr. as well. Maurizio, it's not a secret, Maurizio loves the club and maybe one day be back. This guy, Chuda, I don't know him, to be honest, Chris. I looked at his record. Someone sent me his record. Very angry indeed. I don't know where Tottenham are going. Look, they play Man City. They're diabolical for 45 minutes, then play great. And of course, we've got the North London Derby coming up, Chrissy, where I believe you scored 2 goals one year.
That was a long time ago, Al, as we all know. At this moment, it's obviously a very, very difficult period for Tottenham, and they're in really poor form. As regards, who was going to come in, there will be so many different opinions on the type of person that needs to come in. Somebody that knows the Premier League, somebody that's already involved at the clubs, somebody fresh that they see that can have an influence, and I think that's what they've gone for. They've gone for somebody that has a track record, that they believe that can walk into the changing room and change the mentality that's there. But what he's walking into a team that's in very poor form, and has a really bad injury list at the moment. And when you look at the list of players that's not available, they're probably stronger than the team that's playing. Yeah. And probably at this stage, the last team that you would want to play is the team that's top of the league and have an incredibly good season.
Yeah. It's bizarre, Chris. I mean, you're right, and I think it is only fair to mention the injuries, because I know every team gets injuries, but the ones at Tottenham seem a bit kind of special circumstances, if you like. But The inconsistency, Chris, I just can't get my head around. I've seen them a good few times. Start of the season, I thought they were brilliant in the pre-season game, the cup game against PSG, and then I saw them up at the Etihad. They were fantastic against Manchester City. Second half, there was nothing more, nothing more synonymous with Spurs' performance than the one against Manchester City recently, where the first half, you'd have thought they hadn't played together, hadn't seen each other, and then they put in a second half performance which was completely the opposite and could have ended up winning the game.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of Spurs this season, and you're right, Ali. It is inconsistent from game to game, and within games. And the City one was very much about a reaction, I think, a reaction from a really poor first half performance, and a performance that couldn't be that bad in a second half. But I think that inconsistency over a period of time does come down to, I think, two inconsistencies in the team, and I honestly believe that if you are a team and a squad that generally on most occasions have the majority of your best players playing, I think you're able to play consistently at a higher level. You look at the top teams at the moment, and I know City have been, a little bit inconsistent this season because of the players that they've brought in. But if you look at an Arsenal team that, generally haven't had to make too many big changes, have been able to be that consistent all season. And I honestly believe it's down to the level of the quality in the team that has enabled them to be as inconsistent as what they've been.
Christy, just a quick one, because you're going to stay with us for another 15 minutes. The injuries, they intrigue me. Why now is there so many injuries at football clubs, top clubs, where they've got the very, very, very best professional care? Are they doing it in training? Are they doing it in games? Are the pitches not giving enough in the pitch? With the new style base of a football pitch, there's something wrong. Newcastle are the same. There's something wrong.
No, I think as regards sports science and the advances that we've made in our medical departments, I mean, each player will go through such a stringent routines before games, during the training, during the pre-season. So I think it's certainly some of it's down to the fact that once a player has a particular injury, then there is a pressure, I think, of the club not to make that injury worse. So it means that players will perhaps be out a little bit longer than what they would have been perhaps in previous years. Yeah. And these decisions, I hear a lot about, I heard a lot about, particularly Chelsea, and I think Cole Palmer and how much time he plays and so. But these are decisions that are always made between the manager and the medical department. It's certainly not a medical department that are making these decisions. It's certainly between the manager, because the manager, of course, will want these players playing on a more regular basis, but he knows that if he plays a player for too long a period, then it might mean that he's going to be out for a longer period. Yeah. So the reason why there are so many more, no, I don't know. There have been advances in our game. The game is probably that little bit quicker. Now the pitches are different, the training regimes are different, and probably a combination of all of those.
So the medical staff, Chris, you tell me, are better than the days of Mike Varney and old Doc Curtin.
Well, I wouldn't say they're better, but I think also the mentality of the players, I think it's different, because why were players able to play a whole season without missing a game? And I think probably there were players playing, as we all did through our area. There were players playing that would have played through injuries and knocks that today they wouldn't do, or they wouldn't be allowed to do.
Yeah, amazing. Chris is going to be with us for another 15 minutes. We'll get his thoughts on the pressure he's faced, that's faced Eddie Howe's season, although it's, again, injuries, and his thoughts on Josie's comments following the alleged racism towards Vinicius Jr. last night. Chris Hughton coming up in the take. It's just gone 9 o'clock.
Listen, I just think you need to put more respect on Virgil van Dijk. I'm not being a Liverpool fan. I'm saying as a player, when I watch, when my eyes see things, my eyes see defenders, you need to respect Virgil van Dijk. If you look at both of the games, you tell me what's better. Terry, what can he do better than Van Dijk as a player? Forget about what they've won and how long they've been playing in the Premier League. What can John Terry do that is better than Virgil van Dijk? Because it's not one-on-one defending, for starters.
Oh, mate.
Oh, God. Let me get out of here.
Jermaine, what are you on about? John Terry can do everything Van Dijk can do. Everything.
I'm saying better, to be a better player.
I'm going to go to Jonathan as a Chelsea fan. Okay. Jonathan.
Oh, come on. Like a Chelsea fan's going to back me up.
Jonathan?
Hey, Jeremy O'Hara.
How are you, John?
I'm back.
Spurs are back.
Not too bad, man. How you guys doing?
I'm all right. You?
Good. I'm doing all right. I mean, what is at the Chelsea? What's Jeremy saying? Jeremy, what are you saying, bro? What are you saying?
Okay,
Look, I love listening to you. I've been listening to you all the time, but this has really triggered me. It triggered me to call. I've not been calling. I'm a listener, but today I said I'd call and, speak something out. This is not the first time you're always trying to compare John Terry, Chelsea legend, to Van Dijk. You can't make that comparison, bro.
Aguero, Solskjaer, Deeney, Watkins. Sure, you know all about those last-minute goals, but have you heard the one about the on-loan goalkeeper who saved his temporary employers from disappearing out the Football League and into almost certain financial oblivion? Back in 1999, Carlisle United, managed by Nigel Pearson, were fighting to stay in the Football League. Carlisle's finances were precarious with a capital P that season, leading to a scenario where, with 3 games to go, they had to ask the FA to sanction an emergency loan deal to bring in a goalkeeper. Swindon Town's Jimmy Glass arrived at the club. His efforts in his first 2 games earned the Cumbrians 2 draws. Those vital points meant that Carlisle went into their final game of the Division 3 season, now League 2, needing to beat mid-table Plymouth Argyle in front of their own fans and hope their relegation rival Scarborough didn't win against Peterborough at home. The game at the McCain Stadium finished 1-1, and with the same scoreline at Brunton Park deep into injury time, Scarborough's fans invaded the pitch en masse, believing their Football League status was secure, convinced they'd done enough to stay up. However, there'd be one more plot twist. Carlisle won a corner in the dying seconds, and up came Jimmy Glass. In one of those you couldn't make it up moments, Glass scored from a rebounded header and was promptly swamped by teammates and thousands of fans who quite simply couldn't believe what they'd just witnessed. As for Jimmy Glass, he became an overnight celebrity, but he never played for Carlisle again, and his playing career never really kicked on after that defining moment. He took on various jobs outside of football before finding his way back into the sport as player liaison officer at Eddie Howe's Bournemouth and most recently the general manager at non-league Wimborne. Not the fairy tale ending to one of the most Hollywood moments in football, but the name Jimmy Glass will live on forever as the scorer of that goal, arguably the most important in any club's history.
Aid's been on, Adrian Durham's been on. Well impressed with your preparation and your. He said it's great to see.
What do you mean?
He sent me a message.
What does he mean by that?
No, he was not being sarcastic. He says he's just delighted to see Mr. Brazil's preparation and
what preparation?
To the show. That's all I'm saying. To the show where you're organised. You could hear you flinging bits of paper about when you were on to Steve. I had to reassure him that everything was cool in the studio and calm and collected as normal.
Yeah, and my battery's gone and my laptop or whatever you call it, that's gone. No, Ollie, you sort it. But I'm not an electrician, for God's sake.
I gave him it.
Well, no one of Jeff's got to home with you. Was that not meant to say that?
Oh, you're a bad man.
Ollie, there's nothing there, right? Anyway, back to Chrissy Hughton. Chrissy!
Good morning again.
Chrissy, I want to touch on this Vinicius thing, but first of all, a quick one on Newcastle. You know, they've got, talking about injuries, terrible injury problems, and they've got to head to Karabakh. I don't know if you've been out there, Chrissy, but that's one hell of a journey. That's a tricky game for them.
Yes, it is. But I think although Newcastle have probably been more inconsistent, I think, this season than what they have probably the last couple of seasons, for I think various reasons, you know, they are very, very capable of putting on a good result and a good performance, and they certainly have enough quality in the team to be able to do that, and a manager that has proven over the period of time that he's there that he can pull out good results.
I'm with you, mate. Eddie Howe. I've got to say,
well, I know, but I was just going to say it's difficult. Eddie's doing the best job he can do, and yet there they are down in 10th.
Yeah, but listen, in the grand scheme of things, I don't know whether you agree, Chris. I'll look at a far bigger picture than for example, the last 6, 7, 8 games. I think the job Eddie's done there. I think where Newcastle were maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, new owners come in. Newcastle fans, Chris, surely have got to take a step back and say, this is, you know, from where we were, this is absolutely fantastic. Champions League, won a trophy. Let's carry on.
I don't think there's anybody up in Newcastle, the club, the supporters, those that know the game would think anything different.
Yeah.
You know, at this moment, you know, they're still in the Champions League, they're still in the FA Cup, and they're, I think, some 7 points away from 5th place, 7, 8 points away from 5th place. They are very, very capable of putting a good run. to creep up into them positions that they want to be in. But it's a consequence of, I think, of the job that he's done. That there's also that little bit more pressure that comes with it. That when you step outside of them sort of areas that they've been used to over the last few seasons, then there's that little bit of pressure that comes with the game. But I don't think there's anybody better than Eddie to get the results that they need to get them back on a fairly even keel.
Chrissy, let's move on to this horrible issue. Real Madrid Benfica, this racial slur, or alleged. And Josie's got involved. I don't know if you had a chance to read about it and what's your take on it?
Yes, I mean, I didn't see the game, but I've seen some of the comments and obviously some of the footage. I think as regards Jose, I think we all have an incredible respect for Jose, and I think when you're in them heated moments, and of course it's a very emotional moment, then as managers we all have to make decisions on the comments that we make. But I'd like to go on to the player himself. Has scored a magnificent goal. I think he's celebrated in a way that lots of other players would have celebrated. I don't see anything dramatically wrong with that. But this is also
not I.
This is a player that's, this is not the first time. This has happened on a fairly regular occurrence for this individual. So you can imagine the emotion that he feels straight after scoring. What was a fabulous goal. So I think that the correct action was taken. I know there's a particular protocol now, a new FIFA protocol, which I think is all the referee could do. So that at least he done. What you are always going to get, you are going to get a team that are going to support their player, which is what the Real Madrid team did, and rightly so. But I think it's a bigger picture, and the bigger picture has to be bigger fines and bigger suspensions for anybody that's found guilty. That be either player, or crowds or particular clubs.
Yeah. Josie, did we know Josie's very emotional, Chris? And it's interesting, his comments talking about Benfica. He's saying, hold on a minute, we're not a racist club. Look at our best player ever in the history of Benfica, Eusebio. Now, you would remember Eusebio because we're the same age, Chris. The Black Pearl, he was called.
Black Pearl, that's what
What
they
a
called
player. And Josie was quick to come out with that. So clearly believes there's been no, I think he believes his player is innocent. He said nothing. I don't get it, me. I really don't get it. Vinicius is a brilliant player. There's no doubt about it. When he's on his game, Chris, he's magic. He's fantastic. He does court controversy, but then a lot of great players do.
Well, a lot of great players do. A lot of players do. It's part of what they do. When you are an exciting player and a world-class player like he is, what you want to see that extravagant part of the skills that he produces and the goals that he scores, and the celebrations. And celebrations are a part of the game that certainly you wouldn't want to take out of the game. So no, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. He has spoken very, very well about the abuse that he's taken, and I think there has been throughout the game, there has been an incredible amount of support for him. And rightly so. But these are emotional periods, and I think as managers have to make decisions on what they hear, what their own players tell them, and sometimes you have to have that middle ground until something is fact. And I think perhaps that's the road that Jose has taken.
Chris, just a quick. Sorry, mate. Beg your pardon cutting you off here again. I'm conscious we're running out of time. We're not going for all that long. I just wanted to ask you how you enjoying the title race. How do you see the run-in going, and what about the relegation setup? I mean, we mentioned Forest, we mentioned Tottenham. It's pretty open down there as well.
West Ham.
Yeah, well, I think up top, of course, Arsenal, I think have been brilliant this season. I think they have got the best best all-round squad for me. And when you look at the bench that they can put on a regular basis, then I think they are favourites and rightly so. But I think at the bottom is the real interesting area. I think it's I think there are so many teams that could fall into that. You've got a West Ham, of course, that are in that bottom three at the moment, but are in really good form. And hence, what you've seen at Tottenham and Forest, of course, over the last period in changing their managers is due to that. I think people would look at Wolves and Burnley and say their positions, of course, are very, very difficult. But certainly for that other spot that I think most people would feel, I think it could go 3 or 4 places higher.
Yeah, just on the fixtures, Chris, what a chance West Ham have. Don't get me wrong, Bournemouth are a good side, but West Ham are home to Bournemouth, whereas the likes of Burnley, Chelsea, Spurs, Arsenal, crikey, not easy, Forest, Liverpool. So this is a game that I think West Ham are saying, we need not 1 point, we need 3 points.
Well, as regards the points, I mean, they're also a team that are in really good form at the moment. I saw them play at Chelsea a couple of weeks ago, and of course they lost that game, but for 45 minutes.
Very good.
I would think it's probably the best that they've played all season. I think they've used the market well. They've introduced a couple of players that have given them really good legs up front, and they look a team that's transformed at the moment. So no, I think it's going to be very tight. Of course, what there are still a lot of games. I think there's something like 36 points to play for still. But I think if I was a supporter of any team, probably in that bottom 8, I would be relatively nervous.
Chrissy, great to talk, pal. See you soon.
Thanks for coming on, Chris. Appreciate your time, mate. All the best.
Thanks, Al. Thanks, Ali. Have
Pleasure.
a good day. Yeah?
Take care, mate. You too.
That
was great, wasn't it?
Do you know what I mean? But we've got to break, Ali. But that bottom game, that West Ham game, they'll be thinking, if we can get 3 points here,
give
ourselves a right chance.
They've given themselves a chance, and a lot of it, they look tighter defensively. But for me, wide areas, Somerville and...
Oh, Somerville's been brilliant.
Oh, he's been absolutely tremendous. Absolutely.
Okay, tremendous. 19 minutes past 9.
Haji, morning to you. Congratulations.
Well done, Haji.
Morning. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're really good, but you must be absolutely over the moon. I mean, how big we'll talk about the hat-trick in a moment, but how big a win for Coventry was that?
Super important. First versus second, top of the table clash. It was important to see who could come out on the end, and I'm happy we were able to take 3 points home.
Haji, what about the start of the game? I mean, you're unlucky yourself. Good header downwards, hit the post, go back. I mean, the boys looked really fired up, as you would expect for a game of that importance.
Yeah, 100%. We were prepared well throughout the week in training. We knew exactly what we wanted to do, so we just came to the stadium and tried to execute.
Yeah, well, as a team, you executed, and you personally executed brilliantly as well. How many hat-tricks in your career?
3.
3. Is that the most important of them?
Yeah. So far, yeah.
I love that. So far.
I know. I was going to say, you wouldn't have heard just before you came on, Haji, I mentioned the fact, terrific result. I wouldn't say it was a must-win game, but with Borough on a great run and yourselves maybe slipping ever so slightly, it was certainly a very important game, but no time to rest. West Brom...
when you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark.
Have we got Liverpool guests coming on? Have we got?
At the end.
Who's coming on for Liverpool? We got Kenny coming on. Walkie. Like Virgil coming on.
I don't pick the songs on here, do I?
Alice Locke coming on. Who's coming on? Who's coming on?
I tell you who's coming on. 4-time snooker
Big
world
Tom,
champion.
Phil Thompson.
And
Rushy.
well, accounts a big Celtic supporter. John Higgins joins us now.
not sure
John, very good morning.
John, good morning. How are you, mate?
Morning, how he's doing?
Just to get you going this morning, John. Never mind old Grumpy next to me.
John, were you at that Celtic game at the weekend? If you were, you must just be back in the house because that's just finished.
He does have a whinge.
You know, Ali, the biggest teams always get the most time, don't they? So,
by the way, John, I just showed Tim that photograph. Brilliant it was. Somebody sent me up the boy, fourth official. He's holding up the board and it says, "Until Celtic score." By the way.
Honestly, I can't believe he's got the balls to do
it. It should have been 10 minutes, never mind 7 minutes.
Oh, dear, honestly. John, Celtic, a quick one, then we'll go on the snooker. Celtic favourites now, Rangers second favourites, Hearts third. Do you think it's as simple as that?
It's tough, isn't it?
Oh,
I don't know how you could call it. I'm just hoping it's going to be Martin that makes a difference. That gets the players over the line, because I don't think they're playing great, the team.
First half of the weekend was pants. Murder.
Couple of the players just fell off a cliff, like Hatate. Yeah. I love Hatate.
What's happened to Hatate, John, man? What's happened to him?
It just doesn't seem... obviously all the rumours were he was wanting to leave, wasn't it?
It's
as if he's just threw the towel in.
Maeda as well, I know.
Yeah. Maeda as well. Like but I think you've got to play Maeda. I think you've got to play him and Konecki on the wings. But I don't think you can play Hatate. I think you've got to get legs in that midfield, because they're getting overrun too many games.
Correct. Absolutely spot on, John. Midfield murder at the moment. Really are.
So I don't know if you get... hopefully the Ox has got to be the difference.
He's smirking here. He wanted that big dumpling up front for them. He's just got a hat trick. He wanted him gone a few weeks ago.
Don't worry about that. Never mind smirking. I think you'll find it's a full-hearted giggle.
Who would you play then, Ali? Who would you play? Is it Nadiri or Chimetti? Would you play the two of them again?
Well, do you know something? I probably would, John. I probably would. I quite like to look in the Nadiri. The big one would drive you. The big one would drive you insane. Absolutely insane. I mean, he scores a couple of goals at Celtic Park. He gets a hat trick that week, and then you look at him going, "What's he going to give us next?" Do you know what I mean? It's incredible. Absolutely.
He's only young, isn't he?
Of course he is. And I'm with you, mate. I think it is so difficult to call. It's been brilliant. The one thing that we can't argue about, Hearts have been absolutely tremendous. They've missed Shanklin and Devlin in the middle of the park, but they're there, mate. They'll be hanging about, because they've got a couple of home games coming up as well. You can say what you like, but it's been really exciting this year, mate. We're all enjoying it, pal.
Absolutely. Well, it's normally a procession, so it's at least it's a bit of a game for us this year.
So John, listen, let's talk snooker now. What a result for you against the number one seed. Battered them.
Yeah, yesterday, great result for me, Alan. Yeah, beating Neil Robertson. I've lost the last couple of times against him, like with the odd frame, but to come through and beat him 6-1, great win for me. So no, I was buzzing with that.
How you feeling, John? Because I mean, the last couple of tours, you're flying. You're still enjoying it as much, the travelling, the practicing.
Yeah, I mean, just the last tour, the big tour. Obviously, I got to the final against Kyron at the Masters in London, brilliant. And it just fell. I just fell away at the end, which was really disappointing. I don't know if it is the age thing. Who knows? But no, I'm still enjoying competing. And this week down here in Telford, I'm going to be doing a bit of the punditry in Channel 5 with the rest of the boys. They've got me in the commentary box. They've got me in the studio with the rest of the jobs, Stephen and Alan. So I don't know what it is with the accent. What is it with the Scottish accent? Because obviously used two are legends, and then they've got Stephen and Alan. Is it the accent?
Well, it's magic, John.
Pretty good.
I was at the Crucible. Was it last year?
John, you watch it. He's after a job on Snooker as well. By the way.
I was there last year,
a job here.
and it was brilliant. I saw both Stevens and stuff like that, and it was great. The boys are doing really, really well. And obviously, we've got to mention as well the really sad news recently. John Virgo, really sad news, mate.
Yeah, terrible. Like, obviously, just couldn't believe it now, talking about him at the Masters, and he was in great form, and all my family was down for the final. They had a couple of drinks with him. It was just, me and him were having a laugh. He was slagging Amarin off, I'm slagging Nonsi off about the football, and it was like a life and soul of snooker the last little while, and it's a big miss. It's a terrible what's happened, and your thoughts go out to Rosie and his family. It's sad times, but yeah, legend of the game, and it was sadly missed.
John, when's the next game? Is it tonight?
No, I play tomorrow, Alan. I play Chris Wakeland tomorrow at 1 o'clock. He had a great win against Gudong last night, so that's another tough game. So just relax today, go over and do a bit of punditry, and then get ready for tomorrow.
Brilliant, John. Tell the boys you're asking for them. Keep up the good work, pal.
Nice one,
I will do. All the best, guys.
Take good luck. Cheers, John Higgins.
Doing great, man. Yeah. Isn't it brilliant?
Yeah,
playing great.
I know. 6-1 against Robertson. Brilliant.
Fantastic result. So you'd be a bit worried, right enough.
I'll cuff you at that. It's another game I'll beat you at. Come at me 9:30.
Our favourite film that he's done, and the only time, to my knowledge, that he was teamed up with McCoist was in A Shot to Glory.
In the small village of Kilnockie, not much ever changes.
You should try this new invention, Gordon, called a car.
But now...
It is, of course, the recent signing by Kilnockie of Jackie McQuillan.
Scotland's most notorious star soccer player has been chosen to boost the town's struggling team.
This guy's going to give us the punch we need, Gordon, to make a run at the cup.
Don't you want to win a cup? Teams win the cup, Peter, not prima donnas reminiscing their past glory.
Academy Award winner Robert Duvall, Michael Keaton, and introducing Ally McCoist.
They are all driven, stubborn, selfish, and as competitive as a pack of street dogs.
This is our shot at glory, lads. All right? All right?
A shot at glory.
Now, as if doing a whole film alongside Ali wasn't enough, here's Robert doing some punditry alongside Dougie Donnelly, John Collins, and Ali.
We're now joined by a genuine Hollywood legend, Robert Duvall. Bob, you're very welcome.
Nice
Lovely to see you. And I hear you're becoming extremely knowledgeable about Scottish football.
Well, I am, but also I'm here to keep next to him, so because you got to keep your tabs on this guy. He'll get away from you.
Tell me
you
about
learned
it.
your line, and he's actually quicker than me. Correct. He says you have to lose 20 pounds.
Now, what's this I hear about
great,
you two going to make
I still haven't got over the Manchester United match yet.
You watch that?
Unbelievable.
Over the last few years, Formula One has gone from elitist and insular to a global entertainment brand. The transformation's down to American investment group Liberty Media, who cultivated a new image for the sport since buying it in 2016. Better access to drivers, improved content on social media, and tapping into the US market have given F1 a massive boost in both attention and revenues. But is everyone happy? The fans certainly are, as evidenced by Drive to Survive. Almost 7 million people per season have tuned in to get all the gossip and all the drama from the paddock. The extra exposure means the drivers can demand a higher salary too. In 2010, the top drivers were earning $20 million a year, which isn't bad. But now, the very best earn 3 times that, with Max Verstappen getting a whopping $65 million in 2025. But money doesn't always buy happiness. Some drivers, including Verstappen, don't like the pageantry the changes have brought about. In Las Vegas in 2023, Verstappen said the drivers were made to look like clowns, and the event was 99% performance and 1% race. Some purists who still watch the sport feel the same, and that the spirit of competition has suffered. But Formula One and Liberty Media don't look like slowing down anytime soon. So expect more races, major events and exclusive access in future.
tell you what looked beautiful yesterday watching telly. 7 Barrows, Nick Henderson's place.
Beautiful.
Gallops. Oh, stunning. What are you laughing at?
What
are you laughing at?
They've got me howling. I was out there.
Go on.
I was singing your praises out there.
By the way, there's your Daily Ranger.
Thanks very much. What about, I mean, we're laughing at Tim Shady is brilliant, right? Tim Shady. But the boys reminded me
Go on.
of your finest of all time when we were at Cheltenham and you're doing a link and you read it as Ray Fiennes, pronounced Ray Fiennes.
Yeah, but why did they put that? I know exactly who Ray Fiennes is.
They put it to try and give you a hand, right?
I don't need a hand from them.
But you're not meant to need Ray Fiennes, open brackets, pronounced Ray Fiennes, close brackets, right?
Okay, so I will see how you do it,
No, I was sticking up. Listen to it. You know me. I'm your biggest ally. Hey, I'm your biggest fan. They don't start.
Do you want me to go through some of them?
Oh,
bricks?
dear me, no.
We'll be here next
Monday.
Next Monday.
We've not got time. Ed's been getting away with homicide for years, man. Hasn't
he? Ed. Hey. Have you got a decent car for Cheltenham, Ed? No.
He picks me up every morning at 4:45 in that washing machine stroke hairdryer.
I know.
Honestly.
Oh, it's murder.
Oh. He says, you comfy, Ali? I said, I'm fine. Just give me a hand to get this. Like an ashtray.
Is there any reason why you, charge the battery up here? Because I've got a blank screen here. You want to make up again? Right, 9:36. What can we talk about?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll lead it. My preparation's been all right. This is the talkSPORT Breakfast with Big Al, myself, Arnold Clark. With over 20,000 used cars online to choose from, they will have the car for you. Saka.
We know that.
Saka is now Arsenal's top earner as the England winner has signed a 5-year contract worth at least £78 million.
That's amazing, isn't it?
I mean, that
is amazing.
That's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Jason Cundy was speaking in the sports bar last night and whether Saka's position on the right wing for England is in jeopardy.
But I think there's definitely an argument to be said that he, in a World Cup year, where I would say before he was a nailed-on, guaranteed, 100% starter out wide right for Thomas Tuchel, I think there can be a conversation where there shouldn't be.
Do you believe it's a conversation up for debate? Well, Madueke, obviously, but Madueke's not on. Madueke's not the level of Saka.
No, he's not. But this season, I don't think you can say that Saka's not been the level of Saka.
No. Saka at the moment is the best of the wide bunch, definitely.
Yeah,
No, you disagree.
No,
You do. I know you do.
I don't have a problem. I'm just saying it's not as straightforward as Jamie O'Hara thinks. I think Jason Cundy is well within his rights to bring it up.
Well, it's a long time at the World Cup.
Of course it is. And Saka has been and will continue to be fantastic. But what I'm saying is, I don't half enjoy watching Dijk when he's on it. I enjoy it. But as I said earlier, Al, what a lovely dilemma to have if you're Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah.
Great.
I've had a chance to talk to you about the extension of his contract. But don't think I did I?
Who, Cundy's?
Last week? Cundy.
And surely not a Harris. That should be ripped up, never been extended.
Oh, give him a break. He's getting married soon.
He
needs a bit of security.
Is he getting married again?
Yeah, he's very insecure, you know.
Do you know what I thought? I just think he likes marzipan. I think he likes wedding cake. Do you know he's a big fan of wedding cake?
Well, he's a big fan now, and he's got a big following now on Netflix. His series is on Netflix now.
Did you ever see that?
No.
Yeah, he says.
I can't watch it.
I've got to be honest. He says, darling, I'm actually a big soccer star back in the UK. Where was he player manager? Get him on the phone. Where was he player manager? Billingsgate or something?
No, Billericay.
Yeah. What did he get in at the moment?
Parlour got him the sack, you know. Ray was in the bar with the chairman, the owner. Was watching, and he got to the players. He said, "Where'd you get him from the park?" He says, "No, Jamie bought him." Poor Jamie. Parlour got him the sack.
I tell you also, two of them are brilliant on that sports bar. See you listening tonight, I howl with laughter.
I'm always in bed.
Oh, I howl with laughter.
I love the way Jason dresses up and all that.
Oh, I love it. It's brilliant. See if I'm coming back from a game during the week, stick it on. It's brilliant. It really is. It's compulsive listening. They're great.
Well, don't tell them that.
Oh, no. They don't listen, to be fair.
Has Hawksman Jacobs been giving us a bit of stick lately or not?
No,
they're sneaky with it.
Do you think so?
Yeah, they're sneaky with it.
At least Cundy and O'Hara right up front.
They come out with it, but
they'll give it to your face.
Yeah, you get
Paul and Andy a wee backstab.
And the kidneys with them too.
I saw Andy yesterday. Bumped into Andy yesterday. A bit of crack with Andy yesterday. He was in good form. Yeah, outside the building, he was in good form. Quite happy with Chelsea, which is great. Yeah, and so he should be. I think Chelsea are doing okay. He's done well, actually, hasn't he? Senior so far.
He has done well. Yeah, he has done well. Yeah.
What about tonight? Arsenal, you can't see any hiccups, can you?
No. He might have to make. He might make a few changes, but
will he make a few changes?
Huh?
Will he? I know he's got the squad to do it, but
he's got North London derby coming up, which on paper you think is a certainty, but you never know with derbies, do you? But Wolves have had it, haven't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
9 points, for God's sake. They've had it. So Arsenal have got two great 11s better than Wolves' strongest 11. So he will make a few changes.
I think you're probably
He'll
right.
have some good players on the bench.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I think they've got the strongest squad. I said already.
They're the best side, I think.
I think they might have the strongest squad I've ever seen. Yeah, squad. Not saying the best team I've ever seen, but they might have the strongest squad I've ever seen. As you correctly say, they're still in 4 competitions. Let's hear Mikel Arteta. He was talking about it last night.
The position that we are in is a privilege, and we take it because we have earned it for so long. For 7.5 months is a long time to every single day do the right things and perform at the level that we are performing to be where we are. So we need to embrace that. Tomorrow we know we're going to play a really difficult match. Our recent past with them showed how tough it was to actually win the 3 points. I know Rob really well and how he sets his team, so it's going to be a tough test.
I have gone on record as saying, how we've got to make our predictions as we do to get shot down. I think they'll win at least 2 trophies this year, Arsenal.
What price them to not win anything?
Oh, no way. Where's Steve-O when you need him? No chance.
Big odds.
Yes. What would you like?
Say no chance. What if City put them to the Premier?
They'll win a cup as well. They'll win a cup as well.
How do you know?
I don't know, but I just think they will. And listen, of course there's a chance City could put them to the Premier, but I just don't think they will. You do you?
I don't. I think they will win, and I'm probably with you. They'll win 2.
Yeah.
But there is a chance they can win none. Things can fall apart, aren't they?
Of course they are. Here's a question for you then. Out of the English team still in the Champions League, do you give them the best chance to win the Champions League?
Again, I don't know. I wouldn't be sure, to be honest. I wouldn't be sure.
It's funny.
The way Liverpool are coming on now.
I said 2 weeks ago. I said 2 weeks ago, it would not surprise me.
City can beat
Liverpool.
anyone.
Yeah, of course they can.
They can beat anyone, City, if they perform.
I know.
Players coming back.
Semenya's been brilliant. Cherky's been brilliant.
Semenya is a proper player.
No, a different class. I don't know about them defensively. I don't know why. I think the goalkeeper's brilliant. I do. I think Donnarumma's fantastic. Yeah. I don't know why defensively I'm just not 100% sold.
Nah, it's brilliant.
It's going to be some run in, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Right, let's for once break on time. It's coming up to 9:43.
I see Liverpool qualifying for the Champions League. I also see them going in a competitive run in the Champions League itself. And I think Arne Slot will be at Liverpool starting next season, and he should be, I think.
They say, his agent says, look, he's moved away from coaching now, and he's said to be very happy with his new role and environment. The only jobs I think would tempt him back into management are of the German national team or the English national team.
I don't disagree.
They're the two that I could see him
absolutely
coming back for.
Yeah.
I mean, Real Madrid, PSG. I mean, the Real Madrid's a big challenge for anybody, isn't it? And getting those kind of Galactico signings to do the running required, the heavy metal football. I think it would be a lot. And I know Klopp wasn't always the biggest fan of the media in the UK. The media around Real Madrid is
phenomenal.
Is insane. Yeah, it would.
Well, why would you risk your reputation in a job that is littered with the sort of carcasses of those who've gone before?
Yeah. And I guess, considering he was a direct rival of Pep Guardiola for several years, will he feel like maybe he should have more league titles, more Champions League titles? Because he
probably feels he should have more titles.
Would he like to get back into it maybe for that?
Yeah, maybe a little bit of that. But I mean, you've got to say, two of the best title races we've seen in years, they took Man City all the way, didn't they? I mean, and you could argue it's just a little bit unfortunate. Minutes to 10 o'clock. Alistair with me. So you up the road today? Mate, up the road today later on. No, I'm not. What am I talking about? I'm doing the. Honestly, he threw me. I'm doing Newcastle and Karabakh, and then.
Where? In the studio?
Yep, and then I'm up.
Where'd you do that from?
Stockley Park, and then I'm going to Turkey tomorrow. For Fenerbahce. Right, what do we know this Wednesday morning? Jose Mourinho has caused outrage with his post-match comments following an alleged racist incident that marred Real Madrid's 1-0 win over his Benfica side on Vinicius Junior's claims. Mourinho's quoted as saying, when you score a goal like that, you celebrate in a respectful way. A stadium where Vinicius plays, something happens always, he said.
Come on, Jose, you celebrate
the goal. And the biggest person in the history of this club was black. This club is the last thing that it is. It's not racist, referring to, of course, to the one and only Eusebio. Now, just before listeners think I've forgotten my place in the food chain, just to let everybody know the Big Al's thingy's not working. That's the only reason I'm reading this, just in case.
No,
I don't want listeners to think, he's getting carried away with himself.
You're going to be doing the next 5 weeks breakfast, so don't worry about that. Chef, get back.
In other news, Tiger Woods. Tiger Al says competing at this year's Masters is not off the table, but the 15-time major champion still has no timetable.
Who's upset, Jeff?
For his return. And there's a new man in the Tottenham hot seat, and he goes by the name of
Tottenham hot seat.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right.
Igor Chuda. talkSPORT's Ben Fletcher. He's got more on the creation.
From the touchlines of Serie A to the pressure cooker of North London, new Spurs boss Igor Chuda has inherited quite the task, with his side sitting 16th in the Premier League without a league win in 2026. So what can Tottenham fans expect of their new manager? Here's Italian football expert Daniele Fisichella.
In Quentin Tarantino Pulp Fiction, there is Mr. Wolf, who comes in and fixes problems.
I'm Winston Wolf.
Well, Igor Tudor is very much like that. He's used to take teams mid-season and has a great record of getting the job done. Recently, he did it at Lazio and Juventus, making both teams more intense, aggressive and attacking, and crucially, helped them to qualify to play in Europe the next season.
As for the players, what can they expect life to be like under their new head coach?
We'll work a lot with the back line. There was a lot of tactical work that we did. Maybe if they're going to switch up now to the 3-5-2, so that was probably be the first thing. And I think also the high pressing and maybe more exciting football, you know.
That was William Troost Ekong on their shared time at Udinese. So the manager has been thrown in the deep end with his opening game, a North London derby, just like Martin Jol back in 2004. But how optimistic is he that he can turn things around for Spurs?
Of course, I'm coming here knowing the situation is not easy. There is no time to find excuses. What I said from the first day here, each of us, each of players need to give something more, something extra.
Okay, what are you thinking, Al? I mean,
what am I thinking?
No, I'm asking you right now. Tottenham in serious trouble. What do you think?
I think they'll squirm out of it.
Squirm out of it?
Yeah, I think it'll be close.
Okay, then, mate. Here's the $60 million question, or is it $66 million? I can't remember. We'll put another 6 on it anyway. Who's not squirming out it?
I think Forest might have a problem.
I know, mate.
I think West Ham will get out of that.
Just on current form.
So you
Jared Bowen and Somerville I mentioned.
Forest.
I think the two wide men have been different class. I really do.
Oh, he's been. So listen, I like Somerville at Leeds.
Yeah,
I was surprised. You know, when he went, I thought, but he's really lightning at the moment, isn't he?
Oh, a different class. I mean, I've seen him a couple of times. I thought he's brilliant at Chelsea. He's been terrific at home. What was a home game? United. A couple of home games. Sunderland.
And they've drawn, is it Norwich in the Cup as well?
Yeah.
You expect them to beat them,
no. Brentford, I want to say.
Is that?
I think so. Yeah, I think they've got Brentford. I think they host Brentford. I'm almost sure the winners of Marcus and Phil Brentford.
Leeds of Norwich,
that's right. It's a Daniel Farke derby.
Yeah.
What they call it. I just think, I'm with you, mate. I'm really concerned for Forest. You know, another change of manager for. It's tough. It's all about momentum at the top and the bottom, isn't it? I think West Ham have got a bit of momentum. Yeah.
So, listen, tell me over the next few weeks, So Cheltenham, and then we'll think about the World Cup.
Yes.
You spoke to Ivor. Are you all sorted in the
Spoke
league?
to Ivor. I'm going to see Ivor. Obviously see Ivor when I'm there. Wee man's brilliant.
Andy Townsend. Andy's not.
Andy loves it. Yeah. I mean, I know you love Broadway and
On the Monday we're in the pub. The 8 Bells.
Correct. I know. Of course you are. I know. What was I going to say to you? I know. Thing me. You love Broadway. Broadway's beautiful. Right? But you know some. I think you're spoilt for absolutely beautiful kind of villages and spots around about that area. The Cotswolds. Chipping Camden is
beautiful. All the thatch, all the different colour.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning. John Champion was there as well. John Champion's there. Andy Townsend's there. Old Ivor and the Ligon, man. What that place has been so good to us in the Ligon. It's great.
It's a great time.
They look after you.
You know what? It's a great time of the year because it's still cold. I've been there in the snow. It's still cold but fresh. And then just a few weeks later, you start thinking about the flat and the weather picks up.
Magic,
the flowers come out. It's great.
It's absolutely stunning, but we're looking forward to it. But I tell you what, we can't leave without, Alan. We can't forget Virgin Radio Legends. I tell you, 6 p.m. on a Saturday evening.
When are you coming on?
Anytime. You just invite me on. I'd love to come on. I think it'd be great. I mean,
so got to get you a sponsor first.
No, I'll come on. You know, I'll absolutely come on. You don't want to miss it because it is an unforgettable, insightful radio at its best.
Talk about our youth.
Just take a listen to this, mate.
Alan does do a late night Saturday show on Virgin, and here he is introducing an absolute 80s classic.
We're talking about Christopher Cross. Remember getting the CD and I'd never heard of him. Brilliant. Pete Gabriel, wonderful man, and Olivia Elton John. Here we go. Let's kick off with Xanadu.
Good old Olivia Elton John.
All right. That was after the radio here. So long old. I tell you what, I'm going to, every mistake you make now, Oliver, I'm going to mention it live.
Don't you ever let your script go down again, because if you leave me in charge, I'm going to get one of her. Is it her albums or his albums, Olivia Elton John? Whose albums?
They were big buddies, you know.
They weren't that big that they shared names. Right, listen, Newcastle tonight, what are you thinking?
No. I'm just come back to this here.
Okay.
I'm not happy.
He's not happy.
Do you want people to listen to this or not, YouTube? No, you're like, that's not plugging it, you clown.
That's not plugging it. But you're doing. Listen, well, let's do it. When
we always record it.
When I know, I'm getting
on a Thursday.
I'd love to do it because do you remember one of the best days you and I had was at Across the Road when we did the music quiz with Joe.
Yeah, brilliant.
Wasn't that fantastic?
Well, he wants to do it all the time.
Oh, yeah, he loves his
For
music,
nothing.
same as you and I.
For nothing.
But you enjoy it. It's good, eh?
It is brilliant. I'll sort it out tomorrow, right? So we can even do it on a Wednesday, can't we?
I know, it'd be great.
When you're not flying off.
So it's 70s, 80s, 90s?
Yeah, no, 60s, 70s.
Oh, brilliant.
You can do a bit of heavy rock, and I'll do a bit of middle of the road.
Now, I've got to say, your knowledge in heavy rock was impressive.
No, it's not. I was never a rocker.
No, but you knew your stuff.
Well, a bit.
Yeah. Who are you into then, 60s and 70s?
I was into all the American stuff, you know, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, America, Carole King, all that. I was into that. And then 70s, I went to America, so I was into a bit of Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band.
Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. Brilliant.
Kansas,
we got tonight.
Yeah,
remember
that's
that one?
it. Yeah.
Who needs tomorrow?
Hollywood Nights.
Hollywood Nights.
Yeah.
Those Hollywood Nights. My Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band.
Yeah. Oh,
very good.
Great fun.
Did you like Huey Lewis in the News?
Oh,
it was a bit later, wasn't he?
Yeah, one-hit wonder, wasn't he?
Yeah, I quite liked him.
But it just brings back memories, Ali. When
I know.
you're young,
it triggers things, doesn't it?
Yeah, when you're, I remember I was going to America, or I remember I was coming. It's just magic.
But you're right, it's funny how music kind of triggers things in your brain, special times, special moments, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because we were
Olivia Elton John was one of my favourites. Right, you're doing it, I'm going to arrange it.
I'm in, I love it. You know I love it.
Safe journey,
Smashing to see you, pal. Who you in tomorrow?
I'm back tomorrow with Professor Plum.
Oh, Professor Plum.
Yeah, and then Parlour's back.
Is Parlour back?
Parlour's back.
He was away. Where did I see him?
Or is he back? He is, isn't he?
Where did I see him? He was on holiday.
He's been to the pyramids.
Oh, brilliant. France.
Yeah. Algeria. No, he's been over there. He said it was 25 degrees, didn't want to come back.
Aye. He likes a bit of heat ray at this time of the year, doesn't he? A bit of sunshine, good on him.
I know. Yeah, I can't blame him.
Well, you have a good day, pal, and enjoy the show tomorrow and Friday, mate.
Nice one, Ali. Thank you. There you go. So, just to reiterate, north of the border, Celtic favourites, Rangers second favourites, Hearts third. Now, just reading the Daily Record there quickly in the break. Hearts are not giving this up. No chance.
No chance. They're not going to win.
Celtic Hibs at the weekend's not easy.
Big game.
All right, Ali. Nice one. Safe journey.
Take care, pal.
Thank you. Back tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed it. 2 minutes to 10. Who's up next? Jim and Simon and Danny. Lovely. Yeah, Tim Shady or whatever his name is.